This episode of the RT Podcast is brought to you by GoDaddy. It's go time, and GoDaddy is here to help you kick ass online. Start your website today with $1.49.com. Visit GoDaddy.com and enter promo code Rooster149 to get your .com for just $1.49. Some limitations apply. See website for details.
This show is sponsored by NatureBox. NatureBox ships great tasting, wholesome snacks right to your door. Forget the vending machine and start snacking smarter with wholesome, delicious treats like dark cocoa almonds. Support this podcast by ordering a free NatureBox sampler box at naturebox.com/roosterteeth. naturebox.com/roosterteeth.
Hello.
Hey!
Yeah.
Welcome to the podcast.
Junior edition.
I finally replaced Gus.
It's only a matter of time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rest
You look
in
like
peace.
you look just like him.
I am. I'm the same ethnicity.
Who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah.
I thought you were doing like the Jackie Chan thing.
Who am I? Nope.
I'm Jordan.
This is not on the spot. I'm Barbara. Hello.
Hello, I am Miles.
I'm John.
And this is the podcast.
Yay!
So you are not Gus.
I am not Gus. But
Where's Gus?
I can be Gus.
Yeah, what happened to Gus? Where's he?
No.
I don't know.
You
What
can't
happened to
be
Gus? I don't even know what happened to Gus.
He's at Halo Fest.
Oh, he's at Halo
That
Fest.
Yeah.
bastard.
And tomorrow he's in LA as well, I think.
Wow.
So he's gone for a couple days, which means I have the office to myself.
Oh, yeah? What's it like to get lonely in there?
Not at all.
No.
It's even more lonely with Gus in there
Wait, what?
because we don't talk to each other.
Does
so
he
it's just
does he like suck like negative social energy?
No,
It's like
it's
a
just-
black hole of happiness.
It's kind of like the father that like ignores their child. He's just like, "Love me, daddy."
He's just like, give me more vodka.
Let's put on TV so we don't have to communicate with each other all day.
Wow.
See,
true.
I thought you guys were like a great close-knit family. You guys have like the
Nope.
pizza party. Like, it's always Jordan, Barbara, and Gus always go to lunch together.
See, that's what like all the good dysfunctional families do. They put on a good facade.
They put
Yeah.
on airs.
It's like, no, we get along great, and then like behind closed doors, we're like, I hate you.
no one actually loves each other in a family.
No, we're great.
Yeah?
Me and Gus function very well because we both don't like to talk to anybody while we work. Even if we want to talk to each other, we'll aim each other.
See,
In
everybody
the
in
same
the...
I do that with Emily. Well,
Yeah.
we're in two different offices now, but back at the old office, we were literally like our tables
kitty-
were
catty cornered.
catty cornered. I still aimed her.
I have to say kitty corner.
You were kitty cornered.
You say
My
you're in
favorite
different
show.
offices now, but you guys are practically right next
Yeah,
to
but
each other.
there's a
just
wall in
a wall
between
there.
us.
You
There's
could
a
like
wall.
punch a hole in the wall
You
and like
could.
you hit her.
I've thought about doing that just for
cut
like
a
ease
hole.
of communication.
Just make a
Yes.
window.
We have a cool like drive-through window in
You
our
do.
office to talk to
right.
Monty,
Who's all in your office now? It's you, Shane,
Peter, and then Monty's.
and then Monty's drive-through window.
There's a fake wall, and then
The
Monty.
window in your office always makes me feel like you guys are filming like a sitcom in your office,
does.
and like your neighbor's gonna show up. And she's
We
like,
do that a lot.
Hey, Jordan, how you doing?
The whole place looks like a set. We have no roofs, just lots of random lights everywhere.
We've got partial roofs in some offices.
Well,
You've got
technically
like a
it's a set.
halvesy.
A blanket doesn't count as a roof.
Yeah,
that's true.
We had some people come in today and like last couple days who are with the 535, which
Right.
for anybody who doesn't know, we had a perk on Indiegogo that was supposed to be a one-time perk, but the system broke and we sold 535 of them,
Sounds like RTX.
which is funny because 535 tickets were sold for RTX.
What?
That
So maybe
exact
that's
number.
like maybe that's like the max capacity.
Yeah, Rooster Teeth can only fit that many. But they were doing like a tour of the office today, and I had to explain to them why our office looks so ghetto. And I was like, well, it was hot when we first moved in, so we cut open the ceiling over here.
Is that where that hole is from? Just because you were hot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then the light was too
Wow.
bright, so we put up this.
Yeah,
you have like a backboard.
the light was too bright, so there's like these two pieces of like black wood that just like are so randomly placed attached to the wall
Your
that
office
go
is
higher.
the worst. Your office
Yeah,
is the
It's
worst.
terrible.
It's pretty like jerry rigged.
But we watch Simpsons all day, so
See, I would really
Sounds like
enjoy
the
the
coolest
parlor,
office.
which is myself, Kyle, Josh, Patrick, Gray, and Carrie. It's really nice. We got the comic book table
Yeah.
there. We got all the Xbox boxes and stuff. But Carrie just lives in darkness. If he could live anywhere, he would live in a cave. That
That's
drives
me.
me crazy. It always
That's
makes
me.
me-
He's a bat.
It makes me sleepy. We had one light on today, and the first thing he says is, "Who the fuck made it so bright in here?" First thing he says in the morning.
Did you go out and get like his BB gun and just start shooting it?
It was just, I don't know, but we are all synced up. You guys have your lunch
Like
party
your
and
periods?
stuff, but we all go to the bathroom at the same time. It keeps happening accidentally.
wait,
Today,
like synced up like
all
with
of
your
us-
periods?
With our penises.
Oh.
Our penises are all synced up.
Okay.
Yeah, we all got up,
You get boners at
unbeknownst
the
to each
same
other,
time?
we all got up and went to the bathroom today, and at the bathroom door, we just stopped and
Does
we're
everybody
like,
get an erection at the same time?
that's how we like communicate. We're like, beep, 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 beep,
Like an antenna?
It's
like
a
comm
wavelength.
towers, yeah.
Wait, I have a bathroom
towers.
question that I thought about today. I was curious if it's the same with everybody else. So I walked in. This is not when we walked in together, just a little while ago.
Okay.
But I walked out of stage 5 early today, and as I walked out, I was going to go to the bathroom over there, and there was someone else that was about to go in. So I walked in like 5 feet behind him. And he took the urinal, and then I went into the stall, and we were both peeing. And it's always that moment when you walk in and you're both about to go pee at the same time. Is you're trying the hardest to be the first to like pee. Is everyone else like that?
No.
Or, like, you don't want to like take forever to pee because then you're like you think they're gonna think it's weird. If you
Oh,
took
I
so
try
long.
peeing while they're already peeing.
Oh, you wait for them to pee.
Yeah,
If
because then it's like
anything-
dual pee.
If anything, if I'm focusing on like if I'm trying to intimidate the other person in the stall next to me or something,
trying to pee loudly.
I aim for the deep end of the toilet.
you're trying to
so
make
then I have a
noise.
thundous
Yeah.
roar of a urine
Yeah.
stream for
Listen
my
how loud
giant
my
girthy
urine
penis.
is.
Clearly, that's what you think. You hear that
Yeah.
roar, you're like, God damn.
That's how you prove you're the alpha.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, you pee on them to prove you're the alpha. That's what you do.
Oh.
Jordan, what have you been doing all your life?
I've just been trying to pee loud.
He's been the beta the whole time.
So, while
buddy.
we're on the topic of fucking gross shit, Carrie and I recently got back from MCM London, and it was a wonderful time. Everybody that we met out there, thank you so much for coming to see our booth. Thank you for trying to drink us under the table all night. It was super fun.
You got sick, didn't you?
I did get sick.
So where you
Is
go?
this
So
the
I
fucking
felt really
gross shit?
bad because Sunday I wasn't able to make it to the con, and I think everybody assumed I was just like hungover because that RVB UK group knows how to fucking party. No, so we think it was food poisoning,
Yeah.
but we don't know. There was seriously at one point we were looking up symptoms for Ebola. I got super sick. I've never been this sick in my entire
What was
life.
happening to you?
So I was watching the live stream, and then around, I think it was like 12:30 our time. What night was it? It was Saturday night. I start feeling a little sick, a little nauseous, and I get sick. I throw up, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, this sucks. And I start texting Karen, I'm like, oh, man, I guess I drank too much, haha. He's like, oh, yeah, whatever, dude. And then a few minutes go by, and I'm feeling really sick again. I get sick. And then I start getting, like, bowel problems. Like, it was a fucking Pepto-Bismol
I like how you
commercial,
say
man.
that as if it's a
yeah,
bowel
it was
problem.
like, it was seriously... Like there was a narrator going, "You've got diarrhea." It was like a fucking
lightning
Pepto.
bolts
It was
appearing,
awful.
like, next
It was,
to you.
Yeah, everything was black and white, and I was like, "Oh,
Like that Invader Zim episode.
yeah."
Honey, is it? Yep. Diarrhea.
That's pretty much what it was.
All of a sudden, it's like an X-ray of you, and you see like the thing going
Yeah,
down your stomach.
it was not good. It was not good. And then a few hours later, it got to the point where this is really gross. I'm sorry. I threw up so hard I lost my voice. That has never happened to me before.
as you were vomiting.
Because normally,
Did it
Carrie
go?
and I had a
lost
conversation
my voice.
about this. A bunch of us have different ways of vomiting. Gavin is the most nonchalant vomiter I've ever seen in my
Yeah.
entire life. I was at a party with him one time. He was absolutely smashed. He goes, hold on a sec. All right, what's up? And we're like, did you just get sick? He's like, oh yeah, what's going on?
That's how English people
Yeah.
do
It was amazing.
They're very
I've never
proper.
seen somebody so
Very
casually
proper
just be like,
vomiters.
blip. All right,
I
please
think
continue.
it's because his gag reflex is so extreme
Yeah?
that he's
Like
just like
practice.
always prepared for it.
I guess
Yeah.
that's it.
He's always vomiting.
According to Carrie Carrie just shouts at his toilet. That's how he gets sick. It's just, but I'm just like, I'm just like cough or whatever.
Yeah.
But no, this was like, it's like a, I don't want to, I mean, it's gross. It's already gross enough story as it is.
All right, I guess I'm in the shouting category.
Are you in the,
Yeah.
I was listening.
yeah.
I was like, which one of these do I
What
relate
category
to
of
the most?
vomiter are you?
it's like you're taking a Scantron test. Which of these relates to
My
you the
category is
most?
the category of it sounds like someone's murdering me while I'm vomiting. Just
No, stop.
All right, so you two are screamers.
Yeah, we're screamers.
I'm like a movie vomiter.
What is a movie vomit?
It sounds exactly how you think vomiting would sound. It's
Yeah. Okay.
That's-
all right. So
that's
you're the
me.
soundboard vomiter.
Yeah.
All right. I guess
The
I guess
the
I'd be a
Wilhelm
soundboard.
vomiter.
I don't know.
yeah.
But I got super sick, and I realized I couldn't talk. And at this point, I'm feeling really cold, and I'm just not feeling really right. So I tried calling him, but he couldn't hear me when I talked. So then I texted him, and I texted him something along the lines of like, I think I'm in a bad spot. Cons you come help me's. So he comes over, and I don't really remember this, but according to Carrie, he opens the door and was just hit with this burst of really hot air, and I'm standing there shaking. And he comes in. Apparently, I'd cranked the heat all the way up and had the fan on maximum. I'm like, hey, man, what's going on? I look like some sort of drug addict or something.
oh my god.
And it proceeded to get worse from there. Like the people, like the hotel we were staying at, they weren't allowed to suggest medicine for me. Like I was like, just please bring me something, and they brought me
like a
like
legal thing?
Tylenol. I guess it was really funny
English
too because
healthcare.
I couldn't talk. So when I called them, they go, "Hello, this is the front desk," and I'm like,
Spot
I'm
on.
just doing the
That's
bad
fantastic.
one. And I go, "Oh yes, could you please bring me some medicine?" And they immediately go, "Oh yeah, what would you like?" As if like we're keeping secrets now. Every single time,
That's such an English thing to do. It's like, oh, he's whispering. I should whisper with
was
him.
So
so
to imitate
weird.
their.
And I called room service a lot, and every time there were 3 different people that answer without fail. How can I help you? I'm sick. Oh no, that's terrible. And it was our secret. So it got to the point where I started mumbling things that didn't make sense, and apparently Alan and Carrie
That's
came to
not
take care of
abnormal
me.
for you, Miles.
And at one point, they said I sat up in bed and said, "I'm really sorry. I'll get the script outlines on Monday. I'm just not feeling well." And I laid back down, and I don't remember that.
Please say you wrote something in this state.
No, fuck no.
Please say you wrote a scene.
This is how fucked up I was. I do remember this. At one point, Alan was talking to Carrie like, "Yeah, I don't know. He's not looking really good. Did anybody slip him something in his drink?" And I just started repeating everything Alan was saying. And then he stopped talking, and I realized this was weird. And I opened my eyes, and they were both looking at me. And I just went, "I'm really sorry. That was weird." And I laid back down. I don't know.
That's weird.
But so this is the
what
gross.
was wrong with you? These are all kinds of
I don't
symptoms.
know. So they were like, did he get poisoned? Did somebody put something in his drink? What did he eat today? Because we went to an Indian food place beforehand, which I've had before. It was fine. And we did it family style. We all ordered stuff and we all
you're the
ate
only one who got
same
sick.
things. I was the only one that got sick. What we think it was we ordered this shrimp curry, the prawns, and me and this other dude were just like going to town on them. It was delicious. And I guess I just got a bad shrimp or
It's
something.
possible, yeah.
And this is how bad it was. My body wouldn't keep down any liquids, any medicine. I couldn't eat anything. All of it would come back up. And this was bad because I'd been drinking heavily for 2 days.
Yeah.
I had seen all sorts of London. It was great. I saw Gavin and Dan's slow-mo ad on the side of a strip club.
Nice.
It was awesome.
Perfect location.
Yeah. So I was out of it. They were trying to see if they could take me to a hospital, if they could get me an IV, just because I was super fucking gone. And at one point, they were trying to get me water. I could drink it through a straw, and I wanted just something other than water. I was so fucking sick of water. So I go, "Can I have orange juice?" And Alan's like, "It's a little acidic. I don't think that's a good idea. Try the 7-Up." So he gives me a 7-Up, and I'm like, "Oh God, this is delicious." I lay down, I hand it to Carrie, and he's going for it. And then, according to Carrie, my eyes just exploded out of my head, and I slammed this Coke down, and I jump up, and Carrie's just like, "Fucking get out of the way." They described it as I drifted around the corner, like they thought I was going to just knock my head open, and I'd be dead, and that would be the end of Miles Luna. I drifted around a corner, and I go in, and as I'm going into the bathroom, I go, like that. Then they hear, and there's a little bit of mess. And then they hear,
Oh God.
and this is the awful part. I'm sorry if you're eating right now.
this
Don't
the
listen to this.
awful part?
This is the awful part. They hear, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I shit myself. I threw up so hard I pooped my pants. That was
It's got to get out.
that was my first trip to London.
It's got to get out.
It was hands down the worst sickness I've ever had in my entire life.
They were in your hotel room when you shat
Yep.
yourself.
They handed me underpants through the door. They're like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I shit myself. I'm not okay."
Oh my God.
I just like lied in the shower for like 15 minutes. It was fucking bad, man. I don't remember Sunday. I remember I finally went to sleep. I was out for most of the day Sunday. I woke up at one point just fucking ravenous. And they had left an orange in my room. I got to the end of my bed, grabbed it, and just ate the thing, and then passed out again for the rest of the day. It was fucked up, dude.
That sounds like food poisoning.
It was super bad.
That doesn't
man.
sound like some sort of alcohol thing.
After the poopy pants incident, I come out after I shower and I go, "Alan, I don't know why, I really want some orange juice." And Alan throws up a hand and goes, "You know what? Fuck it. At this point, you deserve to drink whatever you want." And I kept it down. I drank 6 bottles of orange juice and then went to sleep.
Jeez Louise.
So I don't know. It was. I promise I was not just hungover. It was an ordeal.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
That's
shit your pants.
I did.
That's
that was
ordeal qualifications. You ever shit
not
your
a high
pants?
point in my
No.
life. That being said,
Well, not since I was a baby.
Oh.
Does that count? We had diapers.
At
back
first,
then.
I was really embarrassed,
We were
but then I was like,
encouraged.
how many times have Jeff and Gavin talked about shitting themselves
Yeah.
on camera?
No,
Dude, I made a cartoon about it.
it's true.
I shit my pants at Disneyland once when I was a kid.
How
so.
old?
Damn it, the end of that sentence ruined it.
How old were you?
Maybe like 5.
That's
I mean,
not so bad.
a little too old, but still like, oh, it's understandable.
A little
He's at
too
I mean,
Disneyland.
like, I was still breastfeeding at the time, so it was fine.
Yeah. Also, I wasn't potty trained, so it was great.
There was
Yeah?
a girl at my
I'm
summer
kidding.
camp who shat her pants.
Mm.
We were at the lake going swimming.
Oh, she was at that's a good place to shit your pants.
And I think we were 12 or 13. So at that point, it's already embarrassing.
Yeah.
Any younger than that, it's like, okay, you can let it slip.
Any older than that,
Any
it's
older than
really,
that.
really embarrassing.
And
You
any
know,
older than 70, you
you-
can let it slide.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
You eventually
that's
make
true.
it back to safe zone territory.
It's like a,
towards the end.
what's that graph?
bell
called?
curve?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very unacceptable. All right, go ahead.
And then it's okay again.
Yeah.
But I just remember her holding the back of her bathing suit and like running down the dock.
Ugh.
And everyone being like, I think she just shat herself.
That's
and
the point where you shout, I slipped in mud. Oh, no.
Oh no! I slid. But
Oh,
I felt really
God.
bad because it's like I hate how kids make fun of each other.
Yeah.
And that just like it always made me really sad how people would make fun of each other. And I was
Yeah.
like, she just like something
Because
happened.
then for the rest of life, she's poopy pants girl.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just like you're gonna be poopy pants Miles now.
Oh, thanks, Jordan.
Poopy
Now?
pants Luna.
All right, great, fantastic.
I called you that before anyway.
Yeah,
so-
no, that's
but-
just your normal name. That's your pet name for me.
There was something going around the
PPL.
office recently, some sort of sickness. I don't know if you got it.
I got a
With
little
the
sick.
sickness?
Yeah.
I got
Barbara got really sick.
I got really sick to
I
the
got
point
up
of
and I
like,
got down with the sickness.
fuck you.
Yeah.
I miss Gus.
I try not to humor Miles.
Yeah.
Poopy pants Miles.
Oh, why, Jordan? Why?
started.
I pooped in the ocean once.
Does it?
Let's
When?
circle
It
back.
floats, doesn't it?
Probably like 13, 14.
What?
It was like we were
Driftwood.
I was out, that's good. Drift log. I was out in the ocean with some friends and we were like at this beach in Huntington and we were
Great. I go to that beach all the time.
you know Huntington.
Now
Beach.
it's ruined.
And we were out pretty far in the water, and so not only were we out far in the water, but the bathroom was like the bathroom's like on the beach. It's like forever and a day
Yeah.
away from
also,
you.
public outdoor restrooms are just you don't wanna
Especially
deal with
like public beach restrooms.
Yeah, you don't wanna-
They're pretty bad. And so and I was like, I'm not gonna make it. So I'm like, I'm just gonna, you know what? That's fine. It's like you pee in the ocean, you can
Yeah.
poop in the ocean. And so I got a little bit away from
Nature.
everybody, kind of like slyly got away from everybody. And then it was only like a few group friends. And
Make sure you
know,
go like down the.
See, that's what I.
Oh no!
John, what
No,
did
you
you
didn't.
do?
I let my little friend go, and it got far enough away. It didn't get anywhere near my friends.
Were you like
But
Wilson?
It did get close to some other kids, and I wasn't. I was
Were
like,
you-
I was just watching it, which is like.
Wait, watching it, you could see it float above the
Oh,
water.
yeah, it came above, and I could see it getting close to them, and I was just praying to all the gods of the oceans just to like move it away. And luckily, it moved away from them and went away. But I got this close to watching.
Would you have been like, watch out?
No,
No.
I would have turned around and gone straight back to the beach.
I mean, nobody would have known who it was.
Nope, I don't leave like a signature card in my poop or something.
If you had shouted, watch out, they would
Yeah.
have known.
This makes me terrified for going tubing ever again.
Why?
What if there's shit in the water?
Guess what? There's already tons of shit in the water.
Yeah.
The fish.
That's what I figured. I was like, the fish poop, I can poop
But
in the
human
ocean.
shit is
It's a much smaller scale
Bigger.
of shit.
yeah. I think I've told the story before on the podcast. I have a goldfish at home that's like 8 inches long. It's
Jesus.
massive.
Whoa.
And
You gonna
it's
eat it someday?
I want to. My little brother really likes it, and I keep making jokes about wanting to eat it, and he hates it so much. But
You should serve it to him one day. Like as soon as it dies,
But don't tell him.
throw that fucker in the freezer, invite him over, and just be like, "Hey, I'm doing fish sticks tonight," and just put one of them in his meal.
he actually
like-
doesn't
or
eat
like
fish,
sushi.
so I can't
Mix it
pick
in
him.
something, like a casserole or something like that.
Yeah. Delicious.
Or like a chili, like Cartman.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, sorry to interrupt.
I know it's okay. But this thing, it's still in like a pretty small tank, and we always know when it shits because all of a sudden you hear.
I'm sure Clayton loved you for
We
beating
can
the
hear
shit out of his microphone.
the sound of you hitting the mic in the booth.
But you hear it thrashing around and hitting the walls of the tank because it has to get the shit out of its ass that it shakes so much. Sorry again for hitting the
Dude.
mic.
Been there.
You were talking. You just talked about what was Scott Speederman or something like that from
Scott Tedderman.
Scott
or whatever.
Tedderman.
Yeah.
That was the moment. That was the moment
This is so good.
when South Park became like awesome
Yeah,
to me.
that
Like
was
that
amazing.
episode and the twist in the end when he like because the whole time you're thinking Cartman's like
Cartman's weighing over his head.
he's like
an
getting
idiot.
totally demolished, and at the end he just becomes the most Machiavellian
amazing.
like piece of crap.
Isn't Radiohead in that episode?
Oh yeah. Like
that's right,
cry,
'cause-
baby.
yeah, 'cause
Oh,
they-
look
he
at
finally
he's gonna
sees them.
cry,
This kid's
little
got
baby.
cancer in his ass.
That was
You don't
a
see
great
him
moment.
crying.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, shit. Some shit happened today.
It did happen today.
Yeah, you
Oh,
want to
yeah.
talk about it?
Sure. So people are probably expecting us to talk a lot about this, but today we announced that Rooster Teeth has been acquired by Fullscreen,
Oh yeah.
which is really, really exciting.
Cool man
and
over here.
Jordan's most excited.
Oh, yeah. Do
But-
animation department. Yes.
Basically, we're really excited because this is a really cool opportunity for Rooster Teeth to be able to create a lot more bigger and better content and grow, especially. And nothing's changing. We're still going to create what we want to create and still have the same voice that Rooster Teeth has always had. But we felt it would be a lot more appropriate if like Bernie and Matt were here to talk about it rather than us.
We are like the opposite of that.
We
so.
Yeah.
We're
Gus
the
is
dumb
right
kids.
here. What do you think, Gus? Well,
So if you have any questions or you don't know what we're talking about, there's 3 journals that we posted on the Rooster Teeth site. Matt, Bernie, and myself all posted stuff about it. So definitely go check those out. Some people's questions have been answered. And yeah, we're just really excited.
check them out.
Check 'em
really
out.
excited.
Looking at a lot of, response to it, I totally get why a bunch of people are like, oh no, Bruce Lee, this blah, blah, blah. I think it's like, I had, like, for a brief second, I had the same reaction, like, as soon as we were told about it, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, whoa, what does this mean, It's like, in the movies, it's like, weird, Greed Incorporated, and we're buying all the small shit. But dude,
My
like,
favorite
these guys are fucking awesome. Once I found out that they also work with, like, Cyanide and Happiness and Grace Helbet, like,
Oh, really?
oh, fuck yeah, dude. And Cyanide and Happiness,
Can
those guys are
we
fucking
collaborate with those
crazy.
guys?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm like, that would be, oh my God, that would be amazing. I love those guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's fucking awesome. It's
Yeah.
badass.
Yeah.
And I'm super stoked.
Yeah, when I heard this weight off my shoulders was lifted because it was like, now we can just do anything we want.
Pretty much.
really do anything.
Jordan's
Like
first response was like, I can add another color to
Yeah.
RTAA.
Yeah, that was- dude, guys, I'm thinking red.
Yeah,
They've already been read, I think.
it's really. I'm just really excited for the opportunities that we're gonna have now.
Yeah.
And, like we don't have to worry about like scaling back stuff because we can't fucking pull this off.
Yeah.
So
Now we can.
And a lot of people have talked about like, they're scared of if the community is going to change or if, something's going to happen. But I think the reason why Fullscreen is such a perfect match for us is that they get it.
Yeah.
And they understand why we're in the position that we are and why we've been able to grow for all these years and how fucking awesome our community is. And that's not going to change.
wasn't
That's just going to get better.
Good.
And Miles has a boner for the community.
Yeah, I have a huge boner. For
Does that mean all them over there have a boner too?
Yes.
Boners.
You hear Josh's back. I was like, why is this happening?
So it's been a very exciting day.
That's been fun. Cool week.
Cool week.
I have a fun story about Joel.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really want to tell a story about Joel.
I've seen you had this look in your eye since we started. It's like, I'm gonna wait. and it's gonna be great.
Every interaction with Joel is a magical interaction. It really is. He's
Every time I interact with Joel, I walk away like confused. Like
I get so excited anytime, especially when you're around Joel when he's drinking. We were at Matt's birthday party, and Joel had a few drinks, and I was talking with him, and Joel had his watch on, the watch that he bought with the Las Vegas money. That story where he like got $5,000, didn't know what to do with it, and he was burning. He bought the watch, and so at some point in the conversation, we were just talking, and I just went up and I took the watch off of him, like while he was talking, and he let me do it, just letting me see it, and I put it on and I held it there. And then I didn't give it back. And I kept it on the rest of the night, like as I floated off to another conversation to someone else and everything. And like every once in a while, I'd turn over and I'd see Joel and he'd be like, he'd like motion me. I'm like, And so as the night went on, I looked around at one point and I went, did Joel leave?
Uh-oh.
I was like, because I was trying to keep it the whole night with him,
Sure.
and like leave it. And he's like, I was like, did he actually leave? Or is he like going at the bar? And we looked around, Joel left. and I had his $5,000 watch on my hand.
You should have gone to a
No
pawn shop
pressure.
instantly.
No, I was so happy. I was like, I won. I did it. And then I kept it on the whole night, and then went home and quickly put it somewhere safe in the house. And then the next day, I think the next day was like a Saturday or something.
Wasn't it the live stream?
Oh, it was. It was. The next day was Saturday, and like in the afternoon, I got an email from Joel because he doesn't have my phone number, and he said.
Listen, you little fuck.
It was very
dirty
like,
whore.
It was short and succinct enough where like I was like, I can't tell if he's
he's-
joking
yeah.
or if he's pissed.
Short emails are really scary.
Yeah, and he was just like, something like, you need to give my watch back or something like that. And I was like, part of me was like, I don't know what to feel about this.
You left.
And so I put it in my backpack and came to the stream hoping that he'd come to the stream, and then someone said he was coming, and so I went and grabbed it during the extra live stream and I put it on, and he eventually throughout the stream, Ray actually got it off of me. Ray at one point like
Didn't they
was in
tackle you?
cahoots with Joel, and he was like, let me see it. I was like, all right, you can see it, and he just like took it off me, and he's like, I got it, Joel, I got it. And later on I was talking to Joel, and I was like, I was so mad that you got it back. He's like, I didn't know who had it. He's like, I left and then forgot that you had taken it, and I went home and did not know where it was. And then I guess later on somehow he figured out it was me. So that explains Joel's memory just resets every night.
I imagine like he'd be driving home and be like, wait a minute.
Oh no.
I could never own something like that that's so expensive. It's
neither.
like people that buy like Oakleys and those really nice sunglasses. Fuck that. I can't tell you how many goddamn pairs of sunglasses I've lost to the river or just my own stupidity.
I've said this before, and people always make the argument, well, it's like, well, if it was more expensive, you'd take better care of it. No. And it's like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I would lose them just as easily.
So what is like one item that you refuse to like buy the cheap version of it? Like what's shit that like you will definitely invest a lot of money in? Because people say you get what you pay for, but I feel like some like sunglasses, fuck that. No. I'll get that
Honestly,
cheap for you.
nothing.
Really?
There's nothing that I buy that's like expensive. I buy cheap clothes. I buy cheap makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's like technology stuff.
Yeah.
That's why I don't buy it very often because I always, if I'm going to buy something like a camera or a computer or even a phone, I refuse to buy old. And I want to buy the latest thing when it comes out so that I can like maximize how long I have the best thing out there.
Sure.
Yeah.
And so
2 days.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And so yeah, it's like always like if I get a camera, I get the best camera. If I get a laptop, I get the best laptop. That kind of thing.
Yeah, I just went to Best Buy on yesterday, and spent a good 30 minutes in Best Buy looking at international power adapters, weighing
yeah.
the options.
What was the difference?
Well, what was suspiciously cheap?
Oh,
But it had more options
I
than
know
the more
exactly what you're
expensive
talking
Yeah,
about.
one.
you worry about that.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, I don't want it to like blow a fuse and like be out without power.
Sure.
You know, the whole 2 weeks I'm
Yeah.
gone.
What do you need something to plug in? Like, what do you bring that plugs in?
TS charger, laptop charger,
Yeah,
phone charger.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
mainly my laptop, but then
I was
had
thinking, like,
USB for everything else.
Hair stuff.
Hair
Like
stuff?
curling iron and stuff like
They
that.
tell you not to use
I get you,
blow
girl.
dryers or with that.
Why is that?
They make I don't know. They make ones that
They're very
convert
high-powered.
the voltage as well, because they use in Australia it's like 240 hertz
Yeah,
or
I think
120
that was the same
hertz.
thing in the UK.
Yeah, it's weird.
Did
But
you have
yeah,
to get an adapter?
Yeah, fortunately
Okay.
the hotel had some. I was like, can I have that? And they're like, ooh.
Right,
Dude, that was the weird thing. So like the first day we were there, it was like this weird culture shock, but not from the behavior or anything. It was just the accent because I constantly felt like I was surrounded by people doing fake British accents. Because people, that's like that's not an uncommon thing to do in America.
surrounded
Do,
by
like the best
Gavins.
British accent. It's
Yeah.
like that's like the default accent if you're going to try and be a foreign person because that's what Hollywood does.
Yeah.
So I just felt like I was surrounded by people pretending to be British.
Did you have to
Did you at
stop
one point
yourself?
like we're like in the middle of like crowd? People was like, everyone just stop, just be real.
I'm in on it.
Cut the shit. Let's be honest for a moment.
And it was so weird. We got such a weird England experience. Not an hour after landing, our taxi driver was driving us to our hotel,
With his fake accent.
and he was like, "Governor."
Where to?
And I see, biker cop. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And the guy goes, "It's Queen." I'm like, pardon me, excuse me, what? That's Queen coming up. What the fuck are you
Queen
talking about?
who?
And then a huge black car with the
band?
fucking British flag and shit goes driving by, and then more biker cop. So I saw the Queen of England apparently within like an hour of landing, or like some prime minister.
Yeah,
some
you
bullshit,
tweeted
I don't
about
know.
that, didn't you?
You now have good
it was
luck
super
for
weird.
you.
Yeah, is that how that works?
And then you got food poisoning.
And then I got food poisoning. And then we went to a comic shop.
guess
We
you
went to
didn't get
Forbidden
good luck.
Planet.
Never
Yeah.
mind.
God, Forbidden Planet.
She actually poisoned you.
I was surprised at the lack of Doctor Who shit at the comic book shop.
Oh, I thought you
that
got.
would
I
just be
thought you gave that to,
Like in general.
I was disappointed. The lack of Doctor Who shit just all around.
Just
everywhere.
Just
I
everywhere.
just assumed it was everywhere.
Isn't that their
I was
thing?
expecting bow
Tortoises
ties
all
and
over.
fezzes all over the place.
When I was in Australia last year, somebody told me a story of how at the Sydney airport a kangaroo had gotten loose and went past security. It was like in the terminals, up at the gates and stuff. And I was like, can you imagine like coming to Australia for the first time? You get off your plane, walk right into the airport, fucking kangaroo hopping around. It's like, wow, it's just like everybody says. And then all the Australians are like, no, it's never like this.
It's not like this.
I swear.
That's what I would think. Like all the Australians, be like, no, this is
Yeah.
not. Stop perpetuating the
Yeah.
stereotype.
And then you put on the hat with the corks hanging off for some reason.
When I was 10 years old, I saw snow for the first time. My family took us to Salt Lake City, Utah for a family trip for year 2000. Wow, the new millennium, whatever. We went to a hotel, and while my parents were checking in, I sat down. I was playing Mario Bros on my Game Boy Color, and this other kid about my age comes sits next to me. He also has a Game Boy, so we start talking, strike up a random friendship, and he goes, "So where are you from?" And I go, "Texas." He goes, "Oh, whoa, Texas. Do you guys is it like you guys ride horses and stuff, right?" And in that moment, I decided I was going to have a lot of fun. I said, yes. He's like, oh my God, wow, real? I thought it was just in movies. And I'm like, no, we ride horses. It's weird because in the movies, it's just like the hero rides in the horse, but everybody has horses. So there's like a lot of horse.
You don't know who the
traffic and
hero is.
stuff. And they're like, wow. And I was like, yeah, they have like at school, there's the bike rack and there's a horse rack. And it's like, it's really, really crowded. This kid was like, man, that must be rough. I'm like, fuck yeah, don't even get me started on the duels. At that point, he was like, okay, I can go talk to my mom now. I felt like I did
Do
the
you
right
think that
thing.
kid
That's
still
pretty
believes
funny.
that to this day?
I like to tell myself that he does, yes.
Yeah.
I think I changed that child's life.
I dealt with a lot of stereotypes like that for California as well.
Yeah?
I don't
What
know
are
if you-
California?
Oh yeah,
I'd
especially when I
go
moved.
I'd go to like big old like youth gatherings, that kind of thing, and people from other states would be like, "Oh, you're from California? Like, do you surf?
Yeah. Do
all
you
the time?
surf all the time?
Do you live near like a celebrity?" And be like, yeah, I'd be the same. Be like, yeah.
All right.
So-
Tom
somebody
Cruise right
somebody
down the
asked
street.
me if my life was like rocket power.
See, when I think of like Los Angeles and California, I think of like a lot of depressing shit. I think of like people that tried to make it and then just fucking failed. And lived in an apartment
That's
with
the
15
reality, is what it
people.
is. That's
yeah.
not, that's
That
not
is
the-
actual
yeah.
LA.
I was
Yeah.
really scared I thought I was gonna have to move out to LA after college because I wanted to try and work at Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon. Cartoon Network's in Georgia, but Nickelodeon's like in Burbank, that kind of area, and I was nervous as shit. And then this fucking thing came up, and now I'm here. So well,
Boo.
but that was like I was so scared to move out there. Apparently, it's good if you know people, and if you don't, then you just cry forever.
It's rough as shit. I mean,
Really?
I've got loads. Like the fact that I've told Joel this on several occasions. The fact that he was able to live out in LA, be a working actor without any other supplementary income for like 10 years, I think was how long. It was like you won. You were the diamond in the rough.
Wow.
Like the fact that like not that you got like a movie deal or something like that. It's like the fact that you're able to work in TV and stuff like that without supplement like for that long. No one does that.
That's
Everyone.
That's like leaving Vegas with like, not
Right.
negative money.
You beat the system.
Yeah, you.
I never.
Not a
Somehow I did
$5,000
it.
watch.
Yeah, exactly.
I like how you guys are complaining about being stereotyped.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, blondes.
Am I right?
Every single one of you guys, the second I got to Rooster Teeth, every
What are you
time I would
talking
be like,
about?
what's that about? And you'd be like, about? Where's your igloo? Did you come with your pet beaver? Yeah, you like hockey?
Hey.
Where's your poutine?
Hey, we never make fun of the Beavers.
To be fair, the
Beavers
first
are
time Marshall and I went to Toronto Fan Expo, like one of the first fucking things out of my mouth was, "You got to try the poutine."
I did say that.
Yeah, you did. We went to like Wayne Gretzky's Hall of Poutine or some shit.
I think we actually went to a place called Gretzky's.
Yeah, we fucking
my-
did.
Could that be any more Canadian?
It was really fucking Canadian.
I only realized after leaving Canada and going back recently, actually, for Fan Expo with Lindsay, how Canadian Canada is.
It's true.
you don't
There is-
fucking say.
Stereotypes are always, rooted in some sort of reality.
There's a
Right,
bit
we
of truth to all of them. Let's be real.
There was a bar we went to every night called the Loose Moose.
This is just like a fucking slutty ass animal.
That sounds like something
It
like
was just a pub.
that sounds like the problem you had in London.
Oh, come on.
You got a loose moose.
The Loose
All right.
Moose.
On that note, let me read something.
No pressure. Don't fuck it up.
All right. Don't let someone steal your great idea. Register a domain now and put your idea online. GoDaddy is offering one new or transfer.com for the low price of $1.49. Whether you're building your dream business or starting a website for fun, visit GoDaddy.com and enter code Rooster149 at checkout. It's go time. Some limitations apply. See website for details.
That was good.
Thank you.
I was like waiting for something. No, just straight.
Have you ever bought a domain?
Yes.
Yes.
What domain have you bought?
I bought it for a friend of mine for his birthday. We got him DoyleRules.com. Without thinking,
Should have been O'Doyle.
without realizing that he has no computer experience whatsoever. So we spent like $100 or however much it was on a joke, on a one-line joke that he could do nothing with for a year. It was probably the worst gift we've ever given.
Why didn't you like put something on it?
We didn't know how to do it.
Oh, okay.
We didn't know how to computers work.
He was the most tech savvy out of our group of friends, but that's really just because he played the most Counter-Strike. So we just equated that to, clearly he knows stuff about computers. Oh, he seems to kind of like writing. Maybe he could do this. So we got him DoyleRules.com. He was just like, hey, thanks. Why? That's the only thing. That's the only domain I've ever bought. What about you guys?
I bought BarbaraDunkelman.com.
Really?
But I don't have it anymore.
Ooh,
so that's
what's
probably
it
a
now?
mistake. I bought it because when I was in business school, they said it was a good idea to have an online portfolio and resume.
For business school?
Yeah. So like if you apply, you could link people to your
Interesting.
online resume.
What does a business portfolio look like? These are the businesses I've started.
Maybe.
Maybe.
You know, places you've interned, like work you've done, if you've done any sort of graphics work, stuff like that.
Whenever I think of
Show
people
off your
buying
handshake.
domains, it makes me think of like just trying to get as much land as possible that you know will become valuable one day. You're
Yeah.
like, tittyfucker.com. Someone's gonna want that in a few years.
I think there was someone who bought Ebola.com like a while ago.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep,
Do you
they-
just play
they ended up selling
Pandemic
it.
when you go to the website? That's all it is. It's a link to the Flash
It's
game.
actually just an online bowling game.
Dude, do you remember Elf Bowling? Elf
Ebola.
Bowling? Elf baby.
Yes.
That was fucking amazing. Like Kyle and whoever here had no idea what the fuck I was talking about. There was a bunch of stuff like that in the, I guess, early days of the internet or whatever that I remember. There was Elf Bowling. There was
Everything on newgrounds.com.
Everything, yeah. Newgrounds and E-Bombs World was huge.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the? I want to see if you had an early internet experience like me. Did you see the one-eyed alien singing "I Will Survive"?
Yep.
That gets crushed by the disco ball.
Yep.
All right. Monkey peeing into its own mouth.
Right. Duh.
Okay. How about what was another one? Stickfiguredeaththeater.com.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fuck. All right. You're on a roll.
55.
55.
55.
What are they?
End of the world.
End of the world.
End of the world.
The Mario Brothers.
Yeah, all those.
All right,
that,
all right.
that was like, that's all you did was
You
because...
kicked my dog.
You kicked my dog.
Wait, I don't know that one.
You kicked
What?
my dog.
Oh, good job. I know
You
that
come to
one.
my house,
That's
you
a good
kicked my
one.
dog.
Oh wait. Okay. No, I do know that one. Never mind.
It's like a Jerky Boys.
How can
thing
you
or
say that, you
something.
bastard?
yeah. Shit, dude. It's weird. Did we all just have like the same internet?
Well, there wasn't that much stuff. It was
Yeah,
like, you know,
so-
the
Yeah.
new
Random
Enuma
stuff.
kid.
Red versus
and
Blue.
What?
What? Never heard of
I
it.
have at home, I have a old CD binder. Like, because, you know, you used to have like a lot of CDs and stuff of software and stuff you burned, and
Yep.
that's how you backed up files and everything
Yeah.
like that. And I went through it the other day because we still have like some DVDs and like some of those old things, and we have like a DVD player in the van that we play for the kids. I was looking for stuff, and I found 4 discs that were labeled Red versus Blue Season 1, Season 2,
Holy
Season
shit.
3, Season 4, and that was back when you could download Red
Download,
versus
yeah.
Blue. I
Made your own
downloaded them
DVD?
and I burned them. So I was like, I gotta back these up because these might not be online for forever.
Wow.
And so I have like early, downloads of Red versus
Fucking
Blue.
crazy, dude.
I was in Houston over the weekend hanging out with Eddie Rivas, known for The Late World and co-writer of season 10
Yeah.
of Red versus
Red
Blue.
versus
And
Blue.
we were talking about like, you know, how we found Red versus Blue and stuff. And I think he has like the nerdiest story.
What is it?
He
What
was
it? I don't
he
remember.
was at a LAN party.
Great.
Already started.
And there was
being
like an FT.
Yes, Joe.
LAN party.
LAN parties are
I was at a
amazing.
LAN party and
Nice.
someone's like, you gotta see this video.
That like they were using some sort of file share thing, like a common server at the LAN party, and people would always use it to exchange porn. Of
Nice.
course. And like, but somebody had put Red versus Blue on it, and Eddie was like, everyone else is watching porn, and he finds Red versus Blue, so he's watching it.
Yeah, let's get
A
back
group
to this.
of people.
No, I mean, like everyone's exchanging porn, and he's watching.
But they're all
like,
watching it like jerking off to
I
it?
don't think so.
No,
Probably not.
have
It's
you-
like
I
they
don't
use it to
think so.
exchange porn.
Have you ever been in a room of people all watching porn at the same time?
No,
No.
that would be
Done that?
weird.
Yeah, I don't think I could.
No.
That just seems. Because then you're just thinking, all right, so we're all totally hard right now.
Who's going to be the first to reach down?
I don't know. That's like, I feel like that porn trading system you were just talking about is also risky too. Because what if somebody's like, "Oh man, you're gonna love this, dude. Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, what is it? It's some like this chick just going down on these dogs.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah,
what
that's
the
pretty weird.
fuck is that?
Yeah. No porn
Well-
is good for two people.
Yeah, I don't even like peeing in the same room as people. So I don't want to.
Do you have a phobia?
No, I'm just like, I don't like it. I told that story where like JJ walked in on the honey wagon. I was like, all right, hey, I'm in here. And he's like, yeah, cool. And he like comes in and he's like, I'm like, JJ, I'm in here.
JJ, please.
JJ, please.
Did you ever do LAN parties?
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
But what's the end of the story?
He found Red versus Blue and
Oh,
watched
that's
it.
it?
And then wrote,
I thought you were
and then
going
co-wrote
somewhere else
season
with it.
10.
Tension, Barbara.
Somewhere else.
What did you just?
No, did you ever do LAN parties?
I never did LAN parties at my house. Like I didn't have enough. I was the one kid out of my circle of friends that had an Xbox, while everybody else had GameCubes and PlayStations. So I could never do the LAN party thing.
Xbox LAN parties were the best.
See, I did it once when I was I worked at a summer camp, and our staff room had multiple Xboxes, so we would play Halo Combat Evolved there.
Yeah.
That was the only like Xbox LAN party I got to do. There was a cyber cafe though down the road from where I live called Cyber Spots.
I remember those.
Yeah, I
Dude,
went to one of those
that was
too.
just made for teenagers because
Yeah.
it was like X amount of money for however many hours you're gonna
Yeah.
play, all the best games, and then I remember they had Monster Energy drinks, balls, Hot Pockets, Doritos.
I remember balls.
It was
What the hell are balls?
yeah.
Yeah, the drink. The one
Yeah?
you just mentioned.
I was talking about testicles. What are you talking about? They had testicles.
I don't
there.
know who to believe. I've never heard of it.
That was, and you know, and because we were 13, of course, it was like, I'll have a balls.
Blue balls.
My proudest moment, which is,
They
oh
were
God,
blue.
I'm ashamed to say that this was like one of my prouder teenage moments, was that my friend Spencer and I were playing, we were in there playing a game, we were playing Halo, and some 10-year-old kid came in for his birthday and was talking mad shit. He was like, oh, you guys are playing Halo, huh? Noobs. I bet you guys, we could totally cream you. And there was just this moment of, bring it on, motherfucker. And me and Spencer just, it was like, you know, when you're playing with little kids, you let them win because, like, oh, you know, it's like
You play with little kids a lot?
oh yeah, all the time. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Yeah, you know, you let the kid win. It's like it's not. No, there was no fucking mercy. This
Not when the kid calls
shit-faced
you
little
out.
kid- Yeah, no, he was being a little shit. And
Yeah.
he'd be tossing manners.
He
That
would be
was-
judged like a man.
It's like when you're really good at Smite and the other team's probably not as good as you.
Yeah, just like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, top. Yeah, it was like top 5 fucking high school moments. Touched a girl's boob. Beat a 10-year-old kid and his friends at Halo.
Oh yeah.
That was, dude. Oh, holy shit! Halo Master Chief Collection comes out. Is that tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy.
That's
have
what
you
Gus
guys-
is at.
Have you seen?
Abandoning us forever.
I watched Gus play a couple levels.
I saw him streaming,
Yeah.
and it's funny because most of the personalities at Rooster Teeth are really loud, bombastic. Or Michael or Ray
Yeah, Gus
stream,
is,
it's
like,
really funny. And Bernie did Sunset Overdrive, and he had funny commentary. I saw Gus's tweet, and I tuned in. I'm like, all right, let's see what it looks like, and it's just. Yes, I am paying attention to the chat.
He's like, basically what he's doing is like, all right, let's do a graphics comparison here. Oh, that looks good. This looks way better.
Fucking surprised.
Who was in there? Was it you? Who
It was
in there?
Ryan, and then Jeff came in for a little
No,
bit.
but we were playing Smite.
Oh, you guys were in there, yeah.
While he was setting up, and like he turned it on.
I think that's why he was all
started
quiet.
streaming, And he's like, "Hey guys, just gonna play a little Halo. How's everybody doing?" It was just like so low key.
like Bob Ross plays Xbox.
Yeah.
Oh no, that would be colorful and beautiful. Let's just get a little splash of blood.
Yeah.
I said,
That wall.
Some nice murder.
Pull out your gun.
Let's just stab him through his neck.
I sent Andy a link today that I found someone posted on Tumblr.
Blanchard.
Yeah, little Andy.
Andy.
My little
Blue.
Andy. A link of a video someone put together of just the paintbrush cleaning moments of Bob Ross, of just compilation of him.
I'm just gonna beat the
Yeah,
devil
just gonna
out
beat
of
the
it.
devil out of it, and just spray all over the crew and everything. It was all that was just cut.
Cameraman hates it when I do
Cameraman
that. Dude, did you ever see, he's got like a coke nail on his left hand.
does.
Oh, really?
That motherfucker. Yeah, it was like normal hands, big ass coke pinky fingernail.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
mean,
it was
different time
maybe it
back
was
then.
like his own little like mixer palette.
Maybe
thing that he would
maybe it
do.
was a mini
That's how,
palette.
he
little
fed his
tiny-
squirrels. That's how he fed his squirrels. Is he got
tiny-
little
Yeah.
food.
Oh my god! That okay?
He's
so
way too
he's
low
like
energy
he was
for
the second
coke.
coming of Jesus, right? Because he not only would
talked
he
to
paint beautiful
animals.
pictures, and
Bob
was supposed to
Ross?
be, he had fucking a pet like baby deer.
He'd pull out like birds out of his pocket.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude.
so he was like Snow White, but in male form.
Yes, absolutely.
He was fantastic.
He was way more talented than Snow White. That bitch could just sing. That's all she did.
And fall asleep. For a period of time.
after eating an apple.
Yeah.
It was so. How do you feel? How do you feel about the? Was it Blur that redid all the cutscenes for Master Chief?
They
Collection?
look amazing.
They look fucking crazy.
I haven't seen
Yeah.
any of them.
I love the Combat Evolve Anniversary Edition, but one thing that bothered me was that they changed up some of the shots, and I don't know,
Yeah.
it just looked.
It's not like exact shot for shot.
Yeah, it wasn't exact,
Well,
but this I don't think they did exact
it's-
shot for shot either. But
yeah.
it's just such like the
It's such a graphic improvement because it's all like pre-rendered stuff.
Yeah,
it's all
it's-
pre-rendered cinematics.
Amanda Key is like blue. It looks live action.
Yeah,
It's
right.
incredible. Did you see the Gravemind cinematic
Yes.
that was leaked? I always thought
they
like,
gave
'cause
him these like
the
terrifying
blood
teeth.
on the inside. It was
Yeah.
amazing. I can't like that's.
He
I
looks
don't-
he looks way better than like the weird like flaps. that
Yeah,
don't
it was like the
match up.
things that didn't really have a connection
Exactly.
or whatever. Yeah,
It looks way
it's-
cooler.
I'm so torn because that's the one that really is the one exclusive that I would get an Xbox One for.
I know.
I've been suckered into the PS4 realm and I'm loving it because the PlayStation Plus is just fantastic.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm waiting on. Like, because Microsoft started doing their gold game a month, but it's always like Halo 3 or like some other old title.
It's slowed down on like the quality of games.
PS4 is like Sleeping Dogs. Fucking have it. I know it just came out, but take it. And
We don't
get
need
over-
it.
It's fucking phenomenal. I can't
Yeah.
recommend.
They're all about the
PlayStation
hardware.
stuff enough. It's been fucking awesome. I got
Jack's
sucked back into
eyes.
Destiny, which is a problem. a problem.
When I saw the cinematic trailer for Halo 2
Mm-hmm.
anniversary, I was like, must not buy Xbox One.
It
And I
just
was
made
like,
me want the Halo movie, man.
Yeah.
It's like I just want. It was like when
Yeah,
the Super Bowl commercial for Halo 3, the Starry Night. Oh my god,
Yeah.
dude! I would absolutely pay money to go see an entire movie like that.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
But I was just like, I'll just play it at work. I'm sure we'll get it.
That's what I'm like. I think Kyle's been talking about doing another sponsor play for Halo Master Chief Collection. We just finished up Alien Isolation, which is horrifying, by the way, and it's amazing.
Oh, I've heard.
Oh, that's right. We
can hear your
I'm
screams of
sorry.
terror.
You're like on the other side of the.
We moved-
No, I can hear everything.
We moved Joel and Adam out of that office
Yeah.
because they were too loud. And then this
and
motherfucker
then these guys.
plays some Alien Isolation in that office, and it's
You're a
the loudest
screamer.
thing.
I am. It was well. There were so many beautiful moments. Like I went back and I watched part 2 because I couldn't believe how lucky we were. Because there's especially in Let's Plays and stuff. There's just like with improv comedy, and just like with Social Disorder, there's so much at risk when you make a video like that because you never know exactly what's going to happen. You know, like if the garage sale, if everybody just bought everything and had no complaints,
Didn't bat an eye.
an entire shoot is ruined.
yeah.
That's everybody's
or
time
if like
wasted.
no one showed up.
Exactly. And that's one thing that I think is amazing about the achievement hunters. They consistently manage to make something hilarious, even if like the gameplay footage isn't that great. But we had this beautiful serendipitous moment in part 2 where there's a camera. We're in so I don't know if you guys have played the game or how much you know about the game.
Oh, of Alien Isolation? Yeah, I get it.
So it's kind of like a pre-sequel type thing. You're
Yeah.
playing as Ripley's daughter, and you go aboard the space station where, for whatever fucking reason, there's an alien there and all the shit. So you have to watch out for the alien, crew members that are just fighting for survival, and then androids that are aboard the Nostromo that are just these fucking horrifying looking things. Like, I don't know who the fuck designed those in that fictional universe.
Yeah.
Who thought, you know what? Let's make these guys bald and have glowing red eyes. The kids will fucking love them. Like, that was just, but it's great. It's great for the horror game. And in the narrative, you'll go into.
Is it technically a horror game?
Oh, it's absolutely
Okay.
survival horror.
I guess I should have guessed based off the screaming.
It's really good. It kind of falls in the Outlast and Amnesia kind of category where you're not really intended to fight. If anything, what's cool is you can craft weapons to distract monsters or whatever, so you can run away. And it does it all really, really well. Outlast got a little repetitive, but the droids, once you go into this like unauthorized area, if they find you, they just beat the shit out of you because whatever, they're faulty robots. And we have this moment where I'm looking at a camera and I'm like, hey, can I Splinter Cell this? Can I just shoot the camera? And Kyle, who's played it and is also an asshole, goes, oh yeah, maybe. So I fire and I see on like the subtitles goes, And I'm sitting there going, who the fuck hummed? Did you hum? Did I hum? I don't understand. I looked at the door. There's nothing there. All right, well, I'll just look down, reload. It's like half a second. I look down, reload, look up, and there's just 3 of those motherfuckers coming right at you. And it was just,
shit.
that was when I think I screamed and lost my voice.
Yeah.
What was the
It was one of them. It was one of the robots going, might be a human. I need to go rip its throat out. So it was fucking, that game, I can't recommend it enough. If you're a fan of the first Alien film, it's really, they nailed the atmosphere. It's not Colonial Marines.
More or
by
less
any sense.
scary than PT.
Well, okay, now that comes down to personal taste. So, like, for me, I don't do ghosts. Like, this sounds dumb. Whatever.
I don't think anyone can do a ghost.
The thought of ghosts freak me out.
Nice.
No.
Yeah?
Insert.
No.
Insert.
Anyone?
Yeah?
Anyone?
No.
Challenge accepted.
It was like Outlast wasn't that scary to me because it's just okay, crazy people. Like I can rationalize that. Sometimes people go crazy. It's a little startling.
Yeah.
As soon as the supernatural shit started happening in Outlast, that's when I was like, "Fucking, please turn on the light. Can someone turn on the light?" I don't know what it is. Ghosts freak me out. So yeah, PT. The night we played that, it was during RVB and Ruby Crunch. All the animators around like midnight, we said, "Hey, we just downloaded this new game. It's just a demo. Probably maybe take an hour. Let's all play together." We played that fucking thing until 3:30 in the morning because it's almost impossible to beat the first time you go into it. And when we finished, we finally called it quits. We're like, we wasted enough time. Like, you know, we're already behind on sleep and everything else. Some people went home, and I couldn't. I was too afraid to go home. I was too afraid to get in my car, so I tried to work for another hour. I fell asleep at my desk, and then woke up at like 5 in the morning. Was like, okay, the sun might be coming up soon. I guess I'll go home. But even then, I got home.
Safe.
I got home, and Aaron's asleep, and I immediately just opened Watson's cage. I'm like, "You're sleeping with me night." I felt so bad. I woke up. I go, Aaron. She's like, what? And I go, "I just want to make sure you weren't dead, and we're gonna kill me." It was just. I don't know.
I had the same kind of experience the first time I saw Paranormal Activity, the first one,
can't
and
do
I
that
watched
movie.
it. I watched it. This is how stupid I was. I watched it at home, and okay, so mind you, the setting of Paranormal Activity takes place at someone's home. There's noises that are happening in their house during the night, and it's all like in the dark and everything like that. And so that's what the scary part of it. I watched it in my house, my old house in California. That was like 100-year-old house that made noises on its own, and watched it in my bedroom. Which the majority of the movie takes place in a bedroom, and watched in one sitting at about 11 o'clock at night.
Oh my god.
So do you, like-
why?
Hate yourself.
Yeah, well, when the movie, like, I was really excited to see it because I'm not really much of a horror film fan, but I like it when horror films are a good horror film, like an actual good film.
They do something interesting.
Yeah, they're not just scare moments or just slasher stuff.
Right.
They're actually like something unique or interesting, something like that. Like Cabin in the Woods is a great example
Woods
of like something very
Great
unique,
movie.
scary but unique.
The Conjuring was really good too. That was one that was
I haven't seen that one yet. And so we were watching that, and it got over, and I just immediately was like, well, that was the worst decision I made in my life. I'm not sleeping ever.
Yeah.
And obviously, as soon as we turned off the movie and everything, the house starts making noises.
Right.
Of course.
There's like the floor is made out of like wood that's been around since Jesus, and so it's like it's making
Jesus
noises.
himself.
The cross is actually
He was the carpenter of that wood.
And so it was making noises like it was horrible. I didn't sleep at all that night.
The other freaky thing about that movie and like possession movies is that it at certain points the person that you trust the most will become like the monster or whatever. Before the zombie craze was like huge, that was the thing that freaked me out the most about
Like The
zombies was
Exorcist
that
and everything,
the idea that somebody that you loved is now trying to kill you and
Yeah.
is not the person that you loved anymore.
Yeah, like
that
Freddy
idea
Krueger.
was horrifying.
And what was extra horrible about Paranormal Activity was that the way it was shot was that style of like a guy just set up a camera, and so it was a very realistic looking thing.
Yes.
You're looking at like security footage.
It's the
and
same way that you
handy cam.
observe the real world.
Yeah.
There's
And so
no
it was
cuts and jump scares like
too
that.
real. I mean,
Yeah.
they did such a good job in that movie of doing like low budget, like little tricks that did maximum amount of scariness, like
can't.
powder on the floor with like footprints in it and that kind of thing.
I can't do those movies.
Yeah.
They're too real.
You see, I can't.
Yeah, I don't watch
I can't do horror movies, but I fucking love horror games. I don't know what because like you were saying, a lot of horror movies are very low budget, and it's very easy for a horror movie to go into that cheap, just kind of slasher. Every shot is closing a mirror and the killer's behind you.
Yeah.
Like it's easy with sound design to just fuck people up. But with horror games, it's like I talked about it a little bit in Sponsor Play. A game like Call
immersive.
of Duty, solid shooting mechanics. I don't think anybody could argue against that. Everything else is kind of ridiculous, over the top, Michael Bay ass shit, but people will still play it.
Press X to pay your respects.
Exactly. but what's different with horror games is that they're not going for in my experience, they're not going for like a gameplay feature. They're going for an emotional impact. So everything needs to be firing on all cylinders. The gameplay needs to be immersive enough to where it's not going to interrupt the story.
Mm-hmm.
The sound design needs to be absolutely perfect. The lighting needs to be absolutely perfect. And that's what like Isolation nailed, PT nailed, Dead Space 2 I fucking love.
I would think that you would think that horror games are scarier than movies because you're in control.
Exactly.
Well, it's
you
also-
got to be the dumb bitch that's
You-
like, Billy, where are you?
Maybe he's in this closet.
and like shit like Evil Within.
Where's Janie?
Yeah.
It's also with video games, with horror video games, you're literally you normally wear headphones on, so the sounds are right in your ear and everything. You're in front of if you're playing PC games, that kind of thing, which I played a lot of horror PC games. The monitor's right there, and your entire world is zoned out as you're doing this, and you control the movements. And so you decide when you move, that kind of thing. It's immersive and totally pulls you in.
One of the best fucking with the player moments in PT was when you hear over the radio, "Look behind you,"
and
you can make the choice to do it, or you can't. And it doesn't. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
But
worked,
it fucks with your head.
Yeah.
That was
Don't do it.
great about that game. And you know what? I just realized this too. That was like the equivalent of a low budget horror movie, but for games, because it's just one.
Yeah.
They modeled like
One
one set
location.
with a few alterations for points in the demo.
That could
if you
have been
haven't
a
played it
game.
yet, please go out and play PT for PS4.
And don't look behind you. Whatever
Or
you
do.
do.
That face is just like permanently ingrained. Have you ever seen something like that that's like just so scary you can't forget it? Because Lisa's face in that game is one of those things that I just can't forget it. It's just horrifying.
Stills from The Shining
Oh yeah.
just scarred me for life.
Like what? Like give me an example.
Like the two little girls down the hallway and the little cuts. Like that's what Kubrick put in little single frame stuff of the gore, and it was enough for your subconscious to be like, well, I'm remembering that forever. You only saw it for half a second, but you're gonna see it for the rest of your life.
Every time you close your eyes.
Yeah, and it's just like, thank you. I'm so glad that has been burned into my retinas.
I saw Poltergeist when I was really young, and the moment where the mom is in the pool and all the skeletons come up, I'll never forget that. I will never fucking forget that.
I haven't seen Poltergeist,
It's good.
but that makes me not want to see it.
There's apparently some sort of curse. Did you ever hear about that? The Poltergeist curse?
Oh,
Everybody
yeah.
associated with the films dies.
Yeah, I've
Oh,
seen
yeah.
documentaries
Terrible
of that,
accidents.
And they had used real human skulls and shit.
Yeah, Poltergeist is one of those films that had a lot of practical effects stuff that often is
It doesn't get any more
CG.
practical than real skulls.
Yeah.
Skulls of the actors that died making
What do you think they said to the props guys? Like, where did you get these human skulls? Oh, you know, Party City.
Don't ask, I have my ways.
Have
Fuck
you?
that.
So, do you ever get freaked out by? Let's say you like Adam and Joel recently did a how-to at a supposedly haunted insane asylum. Does stuff like that
It's
would
their
that make you
Halloween special.
Yeah, and it was amazing.
There was
would that make you uncomfortable being in a building like
there
that?
was I actually had visited that place they went to during the day. You can actually drive in and check it out, and that building is on the property of an actual still working, like they said, it's on a still working establishment. There was this lot over where I used to live it used to be years ago military housing. And so it was like a whole neighborhood, but it had been abandoned for years and had been gutted. So all the windows had been knocked out. There were no lights, electricity. It was even closed off. But of course, that kind of place that was all these emptied out houses in this old neighborhood, like a ghost town, was obviously a magnet for teenagers to go out and hang out, that kind of stuff. So my friends and I
touch dicks and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Do drugs
and
the dicks.
let's not get outrageous.
Same
We would go out there and walk around in the dark and go through these abandoned houses that have burnt floors and that kind of thing. And there was I had some scariness. I remember one time one of my friends, as we were walking through, did the whole kind of thing from Joel and Adam's Outlast thing, and we were walking through a house and he found a bottle. And first of all, he managed to do this. We're all obviously freaked out and walking through this neighborhood.
Sure.
And my friend, he's a little conniving little bitch, and he
Great guy, piece of shit.
One of my
Best
best friends. He went ahead and got far enough ahead of us that we lost sight of him. and
That's
could
some
not
fucking
see him.
horror movie shit.
And we were like, well, Michael's dead. And
Good game, guys. Good
what are
game.
you gonna tell his parents?
Rest in peace.
And so he got far ahead, so we lost him. And so then we started going through houses and everything. Well, he found us and then found a bottle and managed to just chuck the bottle at one point at at a wall, not by us, but close enough, scared the living shit out of all of us. We screamed
Is that
like
your
little
second
girls.
pooping pants story?
Yeah, that was my second pooping pants story. Ocean and in abandoned houses. But yeah, it was. We had a name. It was called Sector
Oh,
X.
what is it? Oh,
Sector X.
Sector
you
X.
fucking nerd.
are these
there
the
it is.
real
Oh, hey,
chemicals?
thank you for displaying that traumatizing childhood memory.
Great.
Right on the screen there, looking at them skeletons of poltergeist.
That looks
Thanks,
pleasant.
Patrick. Fucking dick.
There's one scene that haunts my memories from a horror movie.
What's that?
It's one of the only horror films I've ever seen because my friends wanted to go to it and I had to be pulled into the theater. It was Gothica with
not
Halle
familiar.
Berry. It's a scene where she's in what's the solitary confinement? Is that the
like
word
a
for it?
padded room.
Yeah, in a prison.
Oh, okay.
And she sees something go by under the door and she looks down under the crack and then when she stands back up, the dead girl's like right behind
Yeah.
her. I screamed so fucking loud. I was embarrassed.
Were you in the movie theater?
Yeah.
I had an experience in the movie theater. I had an experience where I got scared, and I shouldn't have been that scared, and it was just because I was a little wuss. Like, I didn't really watch. Like, my parents sheltered me a lot from like very like extreme films and stuff like that. Like, I had friends who their parents let them watch like R-rated films and stuff like that, and I was
Everybody had the friends who's like, oh man, his parents let him watch South Park.
And so like I got scared really easily. I had a movie where I got so scared, and I was much too old to get this scared, but I actually walked out of the movie theater. You want to know the movie? Independence Day.
Hey,
Are you fucking kidding me, John?
So I'm
was it the
Mars
surgery
Attacks.
scene? There you go. That's a scary scene.
It was
a scary scene.
I got really worked up about it, and I liked the movie all up to that point, and then like the fog, like the alien
steam,
wakes up, and it starts screwing
Spoiler.
everything, and then as soon as what's his name,
Just kidding.
Data from Star Trek gets slammed up against the glass, I went done.
I like to imagine it was like, welcome to Earth.
I went, I'm done, and I left. And I was
You
like,
didn't see-
Jesus, man.
Have you seen the end of
oh yeah,
Independence?
I
Okay.
love that. I mean, I love how horrible that movie is, but yeah, I've watched it plenty.
There's a.
I've like, it was funny, like I was totally like sensitive as a kid, and now I'm totally like, I can do those kind of movies no problem. Like those kind of movies don't scare me at all.
something that I think I could do it. If given the opportunity, I think I'd do it, but it would really freak me out is, I don't know if we've mentioned it before, Alamo Drafthouse likes to do lots of cool events. Like we did the Ruby 2 event at the Drafthouse, which was amazing. Thanks to everybody that came out for that. I don't think they do it anymore, but they used to have a summertime event where they would get a portable projector and movie screen, and off of Lady Bird Lake would show Jaws.
Yeah.
And the audience would get inner tubes and wade out into the water and watch Jaws from the lake at night.
I couldn't do that.
I could do. Jaws is my favorite movie.
Weren't
No,
there stories
hands
of
down my
people
favorite
like
movie.
diving underwater and grabbing at
I
people's
do.
feet?
I don't know if that was true, so I didn't want to mention it. But apparently, yeah, like they would have like divers that would go down and like touch people and stuff. But I don't know.
I can do that. It's all
I-
psychological. I don't give a shit.
I love
Yeah?
Jaws now as an adult.
Unless there's a real shark, and then it's like, oh, this is a real problem.
Yeah, Drafthouse goes extreme. They let
Now
loose a
I'm dead.
bull
I like how
shark.
that's your response to a shark. Oh, now this is a real problem.
Yeah.
Did you hear that fucking asshole that jumped onto the whale carcass while it was getting eaten by great white sharks? Yeah, he
What?
was like, "Oh, this seems like a great idea," and then
Why?
as soon as he got onto
Somebody doesn't know anything about
it, yeah,
anything.
no. First off, who goes? Oh man, I'm gonna surf that bloating carcass. Like
Carcass.
what did I say?
Carcass.
I think you
porpoise
combined
carcass.
porpoise and
Carcass.
carcass.
It's not a porpoise either.
Carcass.
It's a whale.
Oh, I guess
That's,
you're right. God damn it, dig myself a hole.
Well, never. I tried to defend you.
Rewind.
I appreciate it. I
Nope,
appreciate
point
it.
out everything wrong with that.
I already talked about how I shit myself. I'm not getting much lower, you guys. Yeah, dude just thought it would be cool, and then it was like reporters quoted him on saying, "Yeah, as soon as I got on top of the whale, I realized this was probably a stupid idea." It's like that long.
No
Took you that
shit.
long.
I've
huh?
made a mistake.
I don't know. It's just like you. Natural selection states that he should have slept.
Yeah. That should have been the
Shit's
calling
fucking
of
scary,
it.
man. That's what scares me is ocean stuff. Ocean stuff freaks me out.
Yeah.
So much unknown.
Butt
you know.
stuff.
All right, I got one more thing to read. All right, 2 words, people, 2 words. Free snacks. Yes, I'm going to give you the chance to get free snacks. Drop the candy bar, drop the potato chips. They're not good for you. Do what I do. Get delicious, wholesome snacks at naturebox.com. NatureBox gives me hundreds of snacks. I mean, delicious snacks, and I don't feel guilty about eating them because they're better for me. They've got 0 artificial flavors, colors, or sweeteners, 0 grams trans fats, and no high fructose... high fructose corn syrup. You'll even find snacks with no added sugar and without gluten ingredients. Ooh. So in the afternoon slump when I'm hungry and irritable, here's what I do. I grab peanut butter nom noms from NatureBox, or baked sweet potato fries, or dark cocoa almonds, personalized to your favorites. So good and so much better for you than other snack options out there. And now I want to give you the chance to try NatureBox for free with a trial box featuring 5 of their most popular snacks. You heard me, free snacks. To start your free trial, go to naturebox.com/roosterteeth. Stay full, stay strong. Do what I do and start snacking smarter. Go to naturebox.com/roosterteeth to get a free trial box of delicious snacks.
I should do that. You know what my
NatureBox?
biggest fucking problem is right now?
You're fat.
Winner!
You lost a little weight in London.
Yeah, I was
though,
gonna
right?
say that probably helped a little.
Alan,
Yeah, I
Alan
bet-
was
I bet
trying to
you're
cheer
feeling
me
great.
up. Like when I was at my lowest, he goes, "Look at it this way." It was like he went on a free juice diet, and I was like, "Fucking kill me!" It was man. So day after Halloween, Aaron and I go to Target, fucking hitting up that candy clearance aisle. I bought this
Miles,
whole
you're full.
bag. I bought this whole bag of these new Reese's Peanut Butter Cup minis that it's like, oh, wrapper free, just fucking shove them in your mouth like an asshole.
Yep.
Bought an entire bag of those under the mindset of, I'll get this for us.
No.
I don't think she ever had a single goddamn Reese's Peanut Butter
Probably
Cup. I ate
not.
that entire bag.
They're for miles.
So I've got
It is
diabetes
Reese's,
now.
though, to be fair.
It's-
The best candy in the world.
Remember those Twix that I brought to the office?
Yep.
That was about a third of what was
have
originally.
you guys
You were my
ever
best
had-
friend that day.
Have you guys ever had Twix ice cream bars?
What?
Yes.
They are like crack.
Yes.
They are so good.
I'm all about the Choco Taco.
Could someone?
That
get
sounds like a sex
those?
thing.
The one time
Let
I've
me
had
explain.
Choco Taco, it was like all soggy and stuff.
I'm
Like there
so
was no
sorry you got a
crunch
bad
in the
ta-
shell.
I'm sorry you got a bad taco experience.
We need to go back
Yeah,
to this
no,
Twix
never
ice cream
again.
bar thing.
It's
And go to
awesome.
let's go to HEB right now.
Now, see that?
See, they don't really.
You're doing what I do. I got in my car to go to McDonald's at 11 at night the other night. I had to sit there like a dude with a problem, just like, you don't need it, Miles. You don't need it.
Miles, turn back now. There's still
Go
time.
back.
Naturebox.com/Rooster Teeth.
I snack, man. I snack all the time. And it's not like I'll go to the gym with Adam. I wanted to fight the exercise equipment when we went to the gym. We went to the gym for the first time since Crunch ended. And I just got so, like, the gym makes me really, really
And
angry.
then Crunch began.
And I just wanted, like, I was having a really hard time.
Crunches.
I was trying to do dips.
Probably
I couldn't
crunch.
do it. So I went to the assisted dip machine, had on maximum assistance, and still couldn't do it. I just wanted to headbutt that machine. I was so angry, man. Adam Ellis is my hero.
Yeah.
Like, all the time, he's just like, no, man, we can just do it. No, let's just do one more set.
It's a good Adam Ellis
I
impression.
fucking love Adam. Adam's my boy.
Somebody on Twitter sent me something that reminded me of a story. Adam Chow said that the first Paranormal Activity was filmed 4 or 5 streets from his house. And that reminded me of
Fuck that.
a house that I've been to that was on TV.
What's that?
When we were looking for houses to move to in Georgia, we went to one house that was kind of like on the middle of nowhere in the woods, off the beaten path, and we were like, "This is a nice house. You know, it's a little old. Probably not going to get it." Went back to California. We're weighing our options and stuff, and we're watching To Catch a Predator.
Oh, no.
And they're in Forts in Georgia, and they're like, "We're here in Georgia in this house." I'm like, "This looks really familiar." And this was like they had done this after we'd been to the house, so like we were in the same house as pedophiles.
Wow.
And shit. Yeah, it
Did
was
you ever
the
meet the
same
owners?
house. No,
Okay.
no.
Christ.
Yeah,
It'd be funny if
it
you had
was
already moved in
surreal.
there and they still thought it was the same house with those
Yeah.
people, and they're just like, "Hello."
man.
No.
Why are all these pedophiles showing up to our house?
Yeah.
To Catch a Predator is a weird show because I agree with what they're doing in the sense that they're bringing like some messed up people to justice or whatever, but like
For our
televising it
entertainment
is
is a little
weird.
weird.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
some weird kind of like gladiatorial fucked up entertainment shit going on
That's
there.
the one where the guy goes, just come here, sit down.
Take
sit down.
a seat.
Take a
Take a
seat.
seat.
That guy, right?
really want to.
Yeah.
Take a seat.
I don't know
Okay.
why anybody ever sits down.
Right? Right?
I watch these and I'm like, why? Like, even though there's someone waiting outside
Yeah.
to tackle you and
Yeah.
tase you.
Yeah.
Like, what part of you is like, it's a good idea, sit down and talk about this. I should give this show some FaceTime.
Yeah,
Like, no,
that's-
like,
Let me make this worse for myself.
Yeah, that's really what it is. You know what? I think I could dig this hole a little deeper.
And those people sign the release and go on
God.
TV.
That's just
like I always wonder about the
weird.
people on Cops who are in like those terrible situations and like sign
Their
the
faces
release.
and
to be like,
All
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna admit something kind of dumb.
you were on Cops.
You're on Cops.
No,
Jordan.
so did you guys ever watch Discovery Channel's A Haunting?
Nope.
No,
But
sounds
do that
stupid.
one more time.
A Haunting. They had a piano thing every time they did.
That sounds like something an idiot would watch.
Well,
continue.
Oh,
it's funny
fucking
you say that.
nerd.
No, I would watch like Saturdays. I would just fucking put on Discovery Channel because it was like Deadliest Catch with Mike Rowe and a bunch of just random bullshit. And
I don't
Rowe
think
is
Mike
not
Rowe
on
was in
Deadliest
Deadliest
Catch,
Catch.
you
no, he
idiot.
narrated it. He's the narrator. Yeah, looked at you. I don't know actors worth the dick. I know Mike Rowe fucking narrated Deadliest Catch because I watched that shit.
I want you to be right.
Which
but
again,
I want
going
you to
back,
be
is
wrong.
kind of
Let's
fucked
I
up.
thought
with
you
me.
meant he was like the star of Deadliest Sketch.
He was the crab. He
So,
played the role
yeah.
of the crab.
Today we're here on the dirtiest job, Deadliest Catch.
So, no, so I'd watch A Haunting, and it was essentially just those like retellings of I lived in a haunted house, and they touched me
The
and threw me
reenactments.
through the wall.
Mike Rowe.
Fucking thank you. That was it. It was always like I had a painting that came to life and ghosts. Like that was every episode. But then they would do like this is the is it dramatization?
the dramatization.
Yeah,
They
they
were
do-
always so over the top.
It was
they
was
were always
great.
blurry, like kind of shaky.
Yeah, they would add like this like delay effect
Yeah.
to where it was like all,
Yeah.
all the time.
You're in a dream sequence.
And
Exactly.
But the episodes that would always when I was younger, there were some episodes where the person talking would be blurred out, and they would have like the voice changer over their voice.
And silhouetted, right?
Yeah. And in my mind, I was like, this shit happened because all those other fuckers that are on camera, they're crazy and just want attention. This is a person that legitimately thinks this happened to them, but doesn't want people to know that it was like. Do you kind of see the logic that I'm reaching for here?
I thought
those
you were
episodes
gonna
kind of
go
weirded me out because everybody else it's like I was abducted by aliens. Like it's like shut the fuck up, Neil. All right, no, you weren't. You just want us to talk to you. But these people didn't want to be known, but they needed this. The truth needed to get out there.
I thought
that
you were
always
going
freaked
with-
me out when I was younger. I was like, that shit happened. Yo.
I thought you were going to be like, this happened. The government is covering up this person's identity because
No,
it's too sensitive of a topic.
No.
What are we watching?
What is this?
Oh, the
Oh, is it
haunting.
the haunting?
No, don't play it. It freaks me out. Oh wait, never mind. That's bad dramatization.
Oh.
Yeah, we're looking at I remember because the end of it would always have like it would go a haunting, and then you would see these like blank white eyes, and the piano go like ding 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 ding.
That looks like fun to watch.
It was for lack of anything else very entertaining. Oh, there it. Oh, fucking haunting. Oh, that you got the intro that didn't have the eyes. You got the lackluster intro. Good try, Patrick. But not good enough.
I forget
Wow. Get shit on.
Hey, he traumatized
By
me
Miles.
again.
And the camera's never going on you again.
Hey, where'd
I
Miles
wouldn't blame
go?
you.
by Miles.
Miles left the podcast.
That's so
He
crazy.
just turned off my mic.
His mic's on. Can we point out the fact that you knew that Mike Rowe did the voiceover for Deadliest Catch, but you didn't know who Alan Richardson was?
All right. All right, John.
Carol
All right.
Becca Miles.
No. Fuck you. All right, listen to this shit. At the time that Alan Richardson did that mac and cheese shit, I was pooping my pants. So I was a little preoccupied to know who he was and what mac and cheese
Yeah,
had
it's
to
not
do.
like you could have met him like a week before.
I've
when he
never
was
met
here.
the guy. I
Or
just
on
knew.
Twitter.
Or the countless times we mentioned him.
You know what? I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna sit here and just, it's fine. I did not know who he
I
was.
was sitting right there. I was in the
I was-
audience watching,
So-
and you said, "Who the fuck is Alan Richardson?" I was like, "Good one, Miles." and then,
We're
and then
referring
you
to
were
on the
like,
spot.
"Oh, I'm serious," and I'm like, "No, Miles."
Why you do this?
Miles, please.
Me and a few other RT people got to do some laser team stuff, and we had a moment where it was us and then a bunch of extras who were all really, really nice, standing in a crowd shot, and I think it was Adam goes, that guy, well, now I can't remember the dude's name. That guy looks like fucking actor, name actor. And I went, who?
Let's just
And
go
like
with
the
that.
entire fucking crowd of extras turned against me in an instant, like, oh, come on. It turns out it was the guy that plays Wash from Firefly.
Oh.
I don't know his name, but everybody shat on me for
Alan
that.
Tudyk.
Who was the fuck? What?
Yeah.
Alan Tudyk?
Tudyk.
Alan Tudyk.
Alan
You're
Tudyk?
just bad with Alan.
I feel like you're lying to me. I don't see. You're
Do
like
you know
Carrie.
Alan
He
Abson?
was
So
Steve the pirate in Dodgeball.
Yeah, he was. Okay. See, I can remember characters. I just don't know the actor names. which
I'm
makes-
also bad at names.
So here's one thing that Erin does. We'll be watching a show or a cartoon, and she goes, "Oh, I have to know that voice actor." And she IMDb's him. She goes, "Oh, that's J.K. Simmons. Awesome. He's Tenzin." And then I'm like, no, he's Tenzin. He's not J.K. Simmons playing a character. And knowing it kind of like ruins it for me because then I can just hear that person's voice. And so in a sense, I'm kind of glad I'm an idiot when it comes to celebrities, like at least in terms of voice acting, because I don't pick up on it. Although I will say I was embarrassed when I didn't recognize Aziz Ansari's voice as like a character in some, I think it was like fucking, what's the movie, Rio 2 or something? I don't know.
You watched Rio 2?
No, I
The
saw a
one
trailer
that-
for it, and I was like,
Oh,
that
okay.
guy's got a funny voice. And I'm like, that's
I bet he's a
Aziz
funny
Ansari.
guy.
I bet he does stand-up comedy. Did you guys ever watch that show, I Shouldn't Be Alive?
No,
I never watched it. I
No?
know of
I
it.
No,
think it was on the Discovery
It
Channel
was.
as
It
well.
was. That
you
along
heard
with Dual Survival, I think was the name.
Oh,
Did you
I
see
don't
that?
know if I've seen that one.
It was a hardcore conservative, like military dude and a no-shoe hippie, like super liberal dude that each had their own ways of surviving in the wilderness.
That's actually kind of interesting.
It was super. It was very.
I'm gonna shoot everything.
It was
I'm
very
gonna
obviously
plant
like
the
there was a
flower.
lot of scripted moments of like, God damn it, just put on your shoes. It's not who I am, man. What's gonna happen next? It's like they're gonna fucking bitch about it and then get over
You
it.
should be the voiceover
Don't
for
keep
that
me
show.
down, man.
Come on, man.
Don't let the man keep
You know
you
who
down.
did the best reality live action show?
Bear Grylls.
Survivor Man, whose name I can't remember.
Not Bear Grylls.
Fucking Les Stroud.
Bear
Les Stroud. I think is his name because Bear Grylls, although very entertaining and
Yeah.
British,
Also, his name is Bear Grylls.
and
Just wanna
his name
point
is
that
Bear
out,
Grylls,
which
and
is
he's
incredible.
handsome.
And he's British.
And he's British again. Let's list that a second
Alright.
time. He had the whole camera crew and everything, and like nowhere in like the episode does it say like he actually stayed out. A lot of times it was rumored that they'd film the bit and then they'd go to like a nice little base camp or something and then they'd go film more of it. Fucking Lestrade would carry all of his equipment on his back. And there was actually one episode where he gets, and it's a shot that was in almost every episode where it's a wide, vast, like beautiful landscape and you see him walk all the way over the horizon. One time it cuts to that shot, he walks all the way over the horizon and then it fast forwards and you see him come all the way back and he goes up to the camera, he goes, I have to do that every time. And he picks up the camera. And that was just so fucking awesome.
I watched
That's pretty cool.
one
That
episode
dedication.
of Survivor Man where he was somewhere like in a tropical environment in a very humid area, and he like went, was taken down river and then dropped at some point and then left there. And I thought the show was so lame because the humidity was destroying all of his equipment, and he was down to like 1 or 2 cameras left, so it like wasn't cutting to anything.
Right.
And I was like, this is boring. I want
think
Bear.
I think that's why.
I want higher production value.
Yeah.
Because Bear Grylls is like, right, at the start of this episode, I'm going to
jumps out
jump
of a
out
helicopter.
while
Yeah.
having sex with 2 prostitutes that land on a Jaguar. Like,
And then have sex with the jaguar.
and have mixed breed Jaguar humans, centaur-like creature babies.
Hey, he gave himself an enema
He
on his show,
He did.
so that's pretty hardcore.
Ah.
Yeah, he may have had, like gone back to like a base camp, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
the dude
but when
did
he-
some
the
stuff.
dude
Yeah.
wasn't entertaining.
Yeah, when he got
He-
back, he gave himself an
He
enema.
was probably that guy, like, when he was in, like, the British Special Forces, like, all the other guys were like, hey, what's this? Hey, Bear, bet you can't eat your own shit. And he was like, watch me.
And then he would tell a story of like one time 2 hikers that got lost in these woods and they had to eat their own shit. Watch me do it.
He fucking every time would shit on the dead. Every single time he goes, I once heard a story of some campers that were in this very same area. They ran into this tree, tried to eat it, and fucking died like idiots. Now watch me fucking live. Like, that's every fucking episode he does that.
There was a great parody
I thought
once.
you meant he actually shit on them.
That too.
And
then he died
I was
upon
like,
that
that's fucked
shit.
up. Like, he found dead people. Shit on them.
Here we find 2 dead carcasses.
Let's drop some trow.
This one's a doozy.
No, it's a twosie.
He has a show now where he takes like celebrities out.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
God.
That's right.
And he did like Ben. No, okay. See, I was thinking he has a show now where he does it, but he did a special a while back where he did it with Will Ferrell. And I've watched some of the newer shows, like he took Ben Stiller and that kind of thing, and they're okay and everything. Sure. The episode of him and Will Ferrell is fantastic.
It was really great.
Will Ferrell was there was like moments of Will Ferrell was being really funny, and then you could tell there's moments like Will Ferrell's like, this was the stupidest choice ever.
He was like, I fucking hate my agent.
But the best was his conversation with Bear about how Bear says vitamins. And like how much that tickled Will Ferrell to no end, and how he said vitamins and glacier, and like that, like his pronounce, like that was that made the whole trip worthwhile for Will.
I could imagine like a comedian doing that with Bear Grylls.
Glacier, really? You're going to say glacier?
Glacier.
Aluminium.
Have you ever heard of the show?
Garage.
I think it's called Naked and Afraid or Naked and
Yup.
Alone.
What
Naked and
shows
Afraid.
are you watching?
I don't
Real
watch all
classy
these.
smut shit.
No, Naked and Afraid.
No, I think it's like Naked and Alone or Naked and
Naked and
Afraid.
Afraid? Okay.
Naked and left out in public.
It's literally what it sounds like. 2 people, I think it's usually a man and a woman, are left naked with like one tool.
This sounds like an next episode.
Not
of
their
Social
own
Disorder.
dick or anything like that, but like a knife or something. And they're like left into like the wilderness to survive.
It bums me
It's
out.
fucked up.
It bums me out that a lot of times it's like channels like the Discovery Channel, I feel like have a little bit of leniency because it's like, okay, as long as there's some sort of educational piece to it.
Yeah,
which
but here's
it's fine.
Here's what the industry does. It's like,
Yep.
that's a good idea. Let's take it up a notch.
Yeah.
Let's put our own spin on it.
Don't have to do that.
Let's make them naked.
I feel
Yeah,
like the
pretty
History
much.
Channel should be fucking ashamed of itself.
Oh, yeah.
Like they've just got are they, 'cause they have, like
Aliens.
they've
Bigfoot.
got like the Pawn Star War. Everything's wars, by the way. There's whale wars, there's
Cupcake.
pawn wars, there's like hoarder wars.
Cupcake
there's,
wars.
Hey, that's how your dumb brain knows it's serious business.
It's- Maybe if they actually,
wars.
maybe if we allowed them to do an actual like
Dumb
educational,
brain.
they'd be like, "Yo, History Channel, call it World Wars." They'll be like, "Oh, let's do it." Maybe then you'd get some more fucking educational shit back on the History
It's just
Channel.
actual world
It's just like
wars going
Mercury
on.
and Pluto. Who would win in a fight?
Pluto's
definitely
not a
Mercury.
planet anymore.
Fuck you. Pluto was a planet once.
I miss it.
Did
I
any
miss
of you guys
Pluto.
watch Neil deGrasse Tyson's Cosmos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm
I'm only on like the
really
third
that
or
guy.
fourth episode though.
It's mesmerizing.
Is it on? Is
Yeah.
that on Netflix or anywhere online?
It's on Hulu.
Yes, it's on Hulu.
It's on
and
Hulu.
then
Check that
it-
out. I really do.
It just you just sit back and you just listen to Neil talk about the planets
Yeah.
for a while.
Get a glass of
And that's
wine.
universe.
world.
and-
Imagine you like in a robe with like a warm cup of milk, like
Yeah.
take me away, Neil.
It's the best. It's like
Take me to outer space.
The intro is the best part.
oh yeah.
What's the
Yeah.
intro?
It's just like fades from one thing to the other, and it's like you're zooming into this thing, and it turns into another thing, and it's like
like the
galaxies,
galaxies,
and
and it's
planets
an
and an
eye.
eyeball.
Yeah, there's the nebula
Yeah,
that's like
it's
the
cool.
eyeball.
Oh, just like the Bill Nye intro. I
Like
dig it.
one of the best
Bill.
sequences.
yeah,
from
without
it.
the weird rap.
Yeah.
Does Neil
Whatever
deGrasse
that was.
Tyson's
Neil,
head
Neil,
like
Neil,
fly by at
Neil,
one point
Neil.
something?
No, but he travels around in the
The
imagination.
space, the ship of imagination.
Ship
Yeah.
of Imagination, which is an awesome name.
It's kind of comical though.
no, it's awesome.
He's
He's
Okay,
like standing at the
And
bottom
it's-
of it.
it's
That's
like this-
amazing.
It's like this teardrop shaped like flat like chrome thing with a ball.
But
in
it
the
flies
middle
like
top.
this.
And it,
Yeah.
it flies and then turns and everything. It
flies like a
out of
bee
Star
if it's in
Wars.
space, it doesn't need to be aerodynamic.
It
You
looks
can do
like
whatever you
Boba
want.
Fett's ship as
But
well.
like
It
you
looks
expect
like.
it to be like this,
Ooh,
but it's
Slave
just
One.
And it's just Neil talking. There's like a whole sequence where he turns all of existence's time into a calendar year.
That's my favorite
and
one.
like
Yeah.
breaks it down. It's just the
I
best.
need to watch
It
this.
blows your
I
mind.
need- Like
the
I don't watch
production
as much.
value of the show is amazing.
Something else that I like about Neil deGrasse Tyson that I think other people find annoying is
His
that
hair. I don't know. It's
Get
not
shit
like
on.
sex. Is what? Is what?
when like a sci-fi movie comes out, he'll go and see it, and then he'll be like, oh, here's all the things like that would happen
He
in real
shit
science.
on gravity.
It's not that he shits on it. He's just like he just points out. It's like, well, I mean, they're still in space. There's no. I just don't get why gravity
was
decided to
on-
act upon her at that particular moment.
Apparently, he really enjoyed Interstellar, and Interstellar got a lot.
Yeah,
I
of
didn't.
his
I
tweets
didn't
showed
read
it.
anything he said because I didn't want to spoil anything.
It's all
but,
science
I think
stuff.
he would.
But I really like that he does it because it's all impartial. He's just like, here's what they did. Here's how it would really work.
Yeah.
In science reality.
I'm hearing nothing but good things about it.
people
Go see that movie, by the way.
people will mistake that for criticism, but it's just like it's
Facts.
just education.
Well, because he started with that one comment about Titanic.
What
oh,
was
the
it?
wrong star.
The wrong stars
wrong
were
sky.
over where
Yeah.
the Titanic would have been. He had that.
He went on Jon Stewart's show and was like, "The globe on your intro is spinning the wrong direction."
Yeah, that was the best. It got John so mad.
Fucking awesome.
Just kidding.
I really like that. Like I really enjoy like TED Talks and stuff like that. Things that it's just like it's entertaining and also educational.
Eye opening.
Yes.
Yes.
Even though a lot of times it's like random. Like by the way, if you have a surfboard that looks like this, sharks won't attack you. You're just like, oh. Turns out black and white stripes. Sharks don't like it. Cool.
Fun fact.
Yeah, there you go.
Have you seen the TED Talk of the guy who's like the professional pickpocket?
No.
And he like it's pretty much an exercise in like your attention.
Uh-huh.
And like he does this whole thing. I don't know. You should watch it.
Okay.
We'll put it in the link up because it's definitely worth watching. I won't give it away. It's really interesting.
You know what that makes me think of?
What does it make you think of, Miles?
A much shittier video production that was on Comedy Central a few years back. I think the show was just called Con. And it was a show about a con artist. I think
remember
there were
that.
some comedy sketches, but in between the sketches or whatever the videos were, he would do these like, here's a fun fact on how to get some stuff. And it was awful. He goes, hey. So, and it was all like, it was fucking MTV shot like up close, weird angles. He's like, yo, hey. You ever walk into like a Wendy's or McDonald's and think, "Pff, I don't want to pay for a soda? Here's what you
Goes
do.
into his trunk.
He goes into his trunk and he pulls out a Wendy's cup, a McDonald's cup, a Burger King cup, a Sonic cup, like all these different cups. He goes, just buy it once and you're set for life. What I do is I get the extra large big gulp size, then just walk in with it underneath your shirt, order your food, walk on over, free soda. I'm awesome. It's like,
scumbag.
so
What was that guy's name?
I don't, asshole McGee.
Hey,
I
what
don't
if
know.
it's a
wasn't,
place
uh,
like
I'm just like,
Chick-fil-A
so let me get
where
this straight.
They
So-
do it for you.
Yeah, then you're
fuck
fucked.
Chick-fil-A, only losers eat there, would be his probable response. But it's just like, so you go home, take your cardboard cup, take the time to rinse it out, dry it so it doesn't get bad, and then put it in your bag for like a
To
fucking
save
50 cent.
to save
Yeah.
$1.50.
Yeah.
I had a
What
friend
the
that would do
fuck?
that with cups in the trash can outside the restaurant.
That's
Oh
fucking
my
nasty.
god.
It was the worst thing in the world. He would go and be like, it's clean enough. And he'd
It sounds like
Clean
something
it-
Charlie would do
Hey.
out of Sunny.
It's clean enough should never be like
No.
a phrase you say.
There should never be a moment where you pick something out of a trash can to use.
he was
Yeah.
he was an awesome guy, but he did some pretty disgusting things.
Yeah.
It's like at Rudy's or Mighty Fine, you get those reusable cups. I can't even be bothered to bring that back to the restaurant, which you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And get like,
Yeah,
I
they
think you
love
would get a
that.
refill
Well,
for
those
like
are
50
like,
cents.
like machine washable.
Didn't
plastic.
somebody have an experience with the Rudy's cup? Was it somebody here? Was it you?
Oh, Gus. It was Gus.
Oh, it was Gus. Well, Gus isn't here.
I
so
think
it's fine.
like one cup wasn't washed properly, and he had a Coke in the Rudy's cup, and he finished the Coke, and then looked at the bottom, and there was mold all over the cup. And Gus reacted amazingly to this news.
That's the one
Yeah,
thing that makes
that's
me
why
really
Gus
sick is
isn't on the
mold.
podcast.
Mold, yeah. I can't deal with moldy food.
I worked as a summer camp cook for a few years when I was a teenager, and we were doing inventory at the end of one week and getting ready for the next week. Campers come in. My boss is like, "That's weird. I had on here that we had a box of pears, but I haven't seen it. Like, it was delivered like ages ago." He's like, "Oh, Miles, go check out the fridge." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." Go check out the walk-in fridge. Search around. Sure enough, I find this big old box. I bring it out and I pull it open, and it was just this awful, just putrid air comes out of it, and they were rot. It was out of a cartoon. They were rotted to the core. It looked like somebody sprayed it with styrofoam and Gorilla Glue.
That sounds like the story of like Patient Zero.
I can't. Ever since then, dude, like mold more than anything, like makes me. It's my wet bread. I can't. I fucking can't do mold on food. I can't do it. Makes me sick.
I don't know if I have anything like that. That's like my wet bread.
Nothing-
Sound
nothing-
of vomiting. I can't do
Yeah,
sound of vomiting.
Carries like that, yeah.
The smell of vomit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
just
can't
like
do
that
any of
acidic
these.
aroma that, like, as soon as it reaches my nostrils, like, oh,
Now that's cartoon.
like it's,
vomit.
I gotta throw up too
Yeah.
because there's throw.
Oh my God! I remember when I was a little kid. Like, my baby brother had just been born, and my mom was changing him in the next room, and she goes like, "Oh," because like while she was changing him, like he just projectile pooped all over something, and she goes, "Oh," and she's like, "Oh, I have this mess to clean up," and I walk in and I go, "What is it?" Kind of one kid just leaking out his butt, and then the other one comes in and is like, "What's up?" all over the floor.
Then your mom just goes, "Oh!"
Did you lose your voice that time too?
No, I did not. I did not.
At least you didn't poop your pants.
I did not poop my pants. That was like another.
Your brother took care of that for you.
I was when I was really young. My babysitter was like my best friend's mom was my babysitter for like my early life, and my best friend had a little sister, and she did gymnastics. So whenever she would have to go do gymnastics, we would like tag along or whatever. And I remember I was very young, and at this particular gymnastics center, they had a challenge that was this huge rope that you would climb to the top of the touch the ceiling. On the top there was a bell. And I was really little. I'd never, ever seen anybody do it. And of course, the world is a million times bigger when you were a toddler. You know, the top of that bell might have been the top of Everest.
I think Neil deGrasse Tyson would
Have some interesting things to say about that.
I concur, Jordan.
I was, I don't remember this. I was too young. Apparently, I was pooping. And I heard somebody ring the bell. And my babysitter said, I kicked down the door with my little toddler feet and walked out and was like, oh, somebody rang the bell. And my pants were still down. And just my little doodle was just hanging out. And I just ran out in the middle of like this gymnastics practice just with my pants down. Just like, it's amazing. I was proud for them.
You were Mickey
Yeah.
Mouse when you were a kid.
Yeah,
too.
I was. That's where I get all my cartoony fucking bullshit characters.
Yeah, there's when you get kids, there's a wealth of poop stories that you start gathering.
Yeah, Jeff ate poop one time.
Yeah, it just
What? I'm sorry, what?
You don't know the story?
Do I want to? Has it been told? If it's been told in the podcast, don't worry about it.
I forget it.
I think it's been told on a Let's Play.
He
or
was
something.
changing Millie's diaper, and I think something happened. Like
He was
the
watching
lights,
Bear Grylls.
the lights were out or something, and like
Was he like doing a challenge exercise? Like I could change her in the dark.
no, I forget what happened, but somehow he got like something on his finger, and he like tasted it, and he's like, "That's poop."
That's awful.
I'm probably telling the story completely incorrect, but
Oh, that's
essentially he ate Millie's poop.
I remember
daughter.
the first time I was when Amelie, my youngest, was really young, and you know she's in the bath and everything. This is when she had graduated, getting into the actual full-on tub.
Ooh, nice.
And she was old enough where she could hold herself up and actually sit in the tub, and not, like, you know, there's a point where you have to like hold them because they're just like they'll flop anywhere. I'm drowning. Yeah, there's like a certain age from like 0 to something where your entire job as a parent is just to make sure they don't die. It's like feed them.
It's like a Tamagotchi. Easy.
Yeah, it's all it is.
Don't overfeed them.
Press the A button.
They don't have a personality. They can't do anything, and so all you're doing is just like making sure that they live.
Keep this thing alive.
Yeah, and so she got old enough where she could sit up and everything, and sitting there, and there's suds and everything like that, and all of a sudden, saw a little something floating in the tub.
Oh, gross.
And I'm sitting in the bathroom with her and me, and I
She's
just start
taking
yelling
after
out.
Daddy.
I was just about to say that.
She what?
She's taking
Taking
after you.
Dad.
Yeah, I just start yelling out, poop in the tub, poop in the tub, poop in the tub. and not knowing what to do, just immediately pulling her out and just like, what do we do with it? like, They won't go down the drain. And
What did you have to do? Did you like bag it up or something?
Yeah, you have to get it out.
Like a doggy bag?
I just grabbed it.
Yeah.
No, I just grabbed it and put it in the thing.
With your hands?
Yeah.
Built a small sail for it and sent it on its maiden voyage.
Again, when you get kids, like your grossness factor of like stuff you're okay with goes way like Amelie's my oldest I met. My youngest, she recently had another poop incident where she was napping and she was taking like an afternoon nap and heard her crying. And I was like, oh, what you guys? Sometimes when they cry, it's like, oh, they poop themselves, that kind of thing. Sure. And so I went up there. Kat went up there first, and I was downstairs. And I was outside. I was doing yard work, and I was on the front.
Manly man.
And I had like headphones on, and I had the mow going and everything like that. And she comes running out, and I can't hear her. And you shut up, okay?
Technical term.
And she comes running out. She's like, I need you right now. And I went, what? And she starts running in the house. I'm freaked out. Like, I don't know what's going on. And I'm like, what's going on? She's like, just come. And I went upstairs and I went into my daughter's room. And she's sitting up in her crib. And there's just poo everywhere.
Like
She
Dumb and
had
Dumber
managed
moment.
to poo.
There's shit
and then to
everywhere.
remove her diaper. And then smear it. Everywhere, all over.
Is your daughter the one that goes around to every fucking public restroom in the universe? Because that's gotta be someone's doing it.
Well, once we got to that point, then it's like, and my wife's like freaking out, and she's like, "What do you do? What do you do?" I'm like, "You need to calm down first. We're just gonna clean her up, and it's fine." And so I picked her up, and I don't want to freak out my little girl, so I'm like, "We're gonna take a bath." And so I took her into the tub, and she's caked with poo.
God.
And so, like, as a parent, you just sit her in the tub, run the water, and you're just scrubbing it off. You're like, this is just dirt. This is just dirt. This is all there's some on your face. Let's get that off.
Oh, no.
And it's just like, it's kids. They do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And you deal with it.
We're a poop heavy podcast.
So I'm going to get my uterus taken out right now.
Me too.
It's not all poop. They do funny stuff too.
Yeah, I know.
like poop,
Like pee.
Yeah.
Vomit,
The other
Yeah.
one.
diarrhea sometimes.
just mess machines.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like, I love like kids. I think kids are awesome because they're just like sky's the limit. I'm invincible. Everything's awesome all the time. I love kids.
If you're an adult, you think that's a terrible thing. It's like you're going to hurt yourself.
Yeah. It's funny you say that. No, I remember being like really little, and my dad took me out. I was on my tricycle. I was riding around, and I just fucking went across the street without looking both ways or whatever. And this car slams on its brakes. Fucker almost took me out. And I was like, oh, that was close. And then my dad like screamed at me for what felt like 8 days. And I was like, oh God, why are you so angry? And it's like, when you get older, you're just like, I was a piece of shit. And he thought I was about to be dead. And it was all going to be his fault. Like,
What a
Yeah.
dumb thing of
God
Miles
damn,
to
dude.
do.
It's just weird.
The best part of being a parent is getting to make stuff up. To teach them.
Oh, yeah?
And it's the most fun to like just make up stuff.
Just
and they
lie to
go-
your kid.
Well, like I remember my parents did. I remember going to Disneyland as a little kid, and I remember looking around Disney and they have people walking around dressed up as the characters, and I remember being over by like Splash Mountain and pointing over at like I think the bear from what's that racist cartoon, the one that Disney never talks about,
Scooby-Doo. I don't fucking know.
Song of the South.
Okay. Oh, wow.
The
the one
Brer Bear.
They still have those characters out there.
Well, at that time, Brer Bear was walking around.
Interesting. Okay.
I
And
keep
Brer
thinking you're saying rare bear.
Bear.
The rural
Brer
drummer.
Bear was
Rawr,
walking
rawr.
around,
Rawr, rawr.
and I remember pointing it out to my dad, and I was like, "Why don't they talk at Disneyland?" And my dad thinks for a quick second. He thought this up quicker than he should have, and he goes, "Well, do they talk in the cartoons?" And I was like, "Yeah, they do." He's like, "Well, they're not in the cartoons, so they can't talk." And I was like, "That makes sense."
That's
And I believe that.
I believe it.
forever.
it's like dream logic. When like there's you just know.
I've had so many situations in dreams where I look at something and I go, oh, that's normal.
Yeah.
Like I remember having a dream where my dog had two heads, one on the front, one on the back. I was like, and I remember looking at that in the dream and just going, looks good to me.
Nothing out of the normal here.
That really got someone in the control room, by
It's
the way.
weird. No,
Two-headed dog.
And it's on an even deeper level too. Like there was one like dream I had where I was running from something. I don't remember what, but in my dream I just remember thinking, it's okay, my dad's in the next room. I don't remember seeing my dad at all for that dream whatsoever. But like I just knew, oh, it's cool. My dad's here. My dad's somewhere. Like,
It'll get him.
oh my God, yeah. I don't know. Dreams are weird. Do you guys have like the dreams that they always talk about like in the movies where it's like, oh no, I showed up for a math test, I didn't study, and I'm naked? Like, does anybody actually have those?
I've had dreams where I showed up in my underwear or something
Yeah?
in school, and it was like, oh, I'm not wearing pants. Oh, well, let's go to class.
I think the most stereotypical dreams I ever had, and I don't remember my dreams anymore now. I think I've grown out to be able to remember them.
I don't dream anymore.
I don't dream. I'm dead inside.
Kids will do that to you.
They suck the dreams out of you.
You pass your dreams on to your children.
I've always like had the dreams where you can't run and you want to.
Oh, those are
I hate
awful.
those, yeah. I
It's
remember
like you're in pudding.
For some reason, I had a nightmare after watching the television broadcast of a live action production of the Peter Pan musical.
Okay.
And for some
Sounds like a
reason,
nightmare.
and at one point the crocodile comes out, you know, and he TikToks and goes across stage. And for some reason that night, I still remember this dream from being a kid that I was in my living room, almost like a poltergeist moment where the only light is coming from like the white noise of the TV, and I'm standing on a rug and I hear the TikTok. And this huge, you know, alligator or crocodile starts coming around the corner around my neighborhood, around my living room, and of course I start running, and I'm just like running in place on this rug, unable to go anywhere. This rug slipping around, and that was my dream.
It's like some Daffy Duck moment. Just going,
that's what it was, except horrifying.
Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah, I hate those where like I get dreams where like I can fly. It's like, oh yeah, I'm flying and it's awesome. And then I can't, and it's like, or I'm like struggling to like just get up, you know, in the air. I'm like, but I want to fly. It was so cool a second ago. And
I have
I'm
very
struggling.
regular dreams.
Like what?
Just like normal
two-headed
things
ducks?
happening.
Doing taxes.
Honestly, just like
Going to the
hanging out with
store.
people.
Really?
And every now and then I'll have dreams that are like really bizarre, like giant animals or some sort of like. When I remember this dream vividly. It was a giant pigeon attacking my elementary school, and we were on the roof trying
Sounds
to
like a
fight
comic
it
from the
off.
Calvin and Hobbes.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That would be terrifying because pigeons are stupid as shit. So they'll just be like, walking
That's why it's
everywhere,
terrifying.
rushing people.
A smart
they don't
animal
know what
wouldn't
the
be terrifying.
Yeah, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're
But
just
those dumb animals.
yeah.
I remember having a dream as a kid where I was playing out in my front yard, and a bad guy from Power Rangers showed up. And I remember there were what were they called? The putties?
Yeah.
And they're just like, and I tried to scream for help, and I just couldn't.
Did it sound like?
No, I would just go.
You tried to scream?
Like I was trying to scream for help, and these things were just walking towards me, and like nobody was around. It was just like my nightmares always have to do with being alone. I don't know what it is. I don't know what that means. Psychologist.
You're very needy.
I am. Be my friend. Be my friend. Be my friend all the time.
Dude, speaking of being
Here's
friends.
a pillow instead. Just kidding, mine.
Speaking of Miles, speaking of being friends, do you want to talk about your new friend?
Oh, my neighbor?
Yeah, your neighbor.
Oh,
friend?
fuck yeah, Alex.
We are running short on time, just so you know.
Did you? So yeah, I
Go
told you
for
about
it.
this the other day.
Yeah.
So I realized this. I made my first friend ever in my life that was not related
No, you
to
could just end it there.
school or work. School or work. I've met tons of great people through the community, but I'd consider that to be a friend through work.
Byproduct.
This is the first friend I've made out in the wild, and it's just because we both have to take dogs out to shit because our girlfriends won't do it.
You should say what the text message you sent to him.
Yeah, so I sent him a text, and so we talked for a while, and he's a cool dude. And once we started talking about nerdy shit, I was like, all right, this guy's cool. Like he was telling me, he goes, yeah, I'm kind of into Magic. I'm like, oh yeah, the card game. He goes, yeah.
No.
I have like a no, as in you have a quarter behind your ear.
Different spelling.
Yeah, he said he's like, yeah, no, I'm kind of getting by right now selling some of my Magic cards. I'm like, oh really? He goes, yeah, I brought like a $10,000 deck. I'm like, oh, so you're into Magic? Okay.
Kinda.
So we finally, through like a million times of like, we get out and we had the joking conversation of, oh, I don't remember your name. Haha, this happens all the time. And oh, I don't have my phone. What's your number? I finally get it. I finally sent him a text message. I said, yo, Alex, it's Miles. I'm sitting here in apartment 616, ... thinking ever so fondly of you and our blossoming new friendship. That seemed like an appropriate first text to somebody.
Read that creepy.
Yeah.
Why? Well, I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny.
Have you been joking with him
Has
before?
he replied?
He did. Well, we fucking hung out since then, and he was He didn't text me until the next morning with, yeah, hey, I went to bed early last night and dreamed of said friendship. What are you up to tonight?
All right.
But
when
he
you
never
posted that, it was a little sad.
I posted that because it was like 2 hours after I sent it, and I got no response. And I send a text to Carrie. I take a picture of what I sent him. I go, hey Carrie, did I Leon, like, the bromance a little too hard with this. He goes, well, that depends. Are you trying to fuck him?
Are you?
Well, are you?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
No, he's super cool. And we hung out. We played. I left the Cards Against Humanity stream to go play Cards Against Humanity with my neighbors.
You're
It was
in
a
the
good
mood.
time.
Cool.
It was a good time.
I'm
Hey,
so proud of you.
I need friends too. Can I get his
Yeah,
number?
let us be friends with him.
And work on those personalities.
Cool. Well, I think it's time to wrap up the podcast.
Aww.
On that fucking bummer downer
We have
insult of
a-
a note.
we didn't.
I didn't mention this shirt.
Oh yeah.
But we have a new shirt in the RT store.
Oh, the
It's,
Snail Assassin.
Based off the Snail Assassin story.
Eventually.
It says
fucking awesome.
eventually.
It's the
and
eventually
a
snail.
Assassin. I don't know if you could see that, but it's going to be in the store tomorrow or today if you're listening to the audio podcast.
And if you listen to the music that was playing during the opening to the podcast, some of that was from Nico's new album, the Red vs. Blue Season 12 soundtrack. It is in stores digitally now and soon physically. The disc and the album art is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
He worked tirelessly on that album, and it's fucking aces.
It's
man.
amazing to listen to in the car. That's like my favorite place to
Yeah.
listen to
I love
Trocadero.
his music.
So yeah, if you're a fan of Trocadero, if you're a fan of Red vs. Blue, and you want to support Nico, go out, download the album. I fucking love that man. I'd kiss him on the mouth.
Do it.
Are we
Blossoming friendship.
Are we plugging things now? Is that what we're doing?
What are you going to plug?
You got
Your
something?
butt.
It's on the spot.
On the
Thursday.
spot.
Oh fuck yeah,
yeah.
you motherfucker.
What tell us about On the Spot before we go?
Oh, it's our new game show.
Every Thursday.
Every Thursday. Well, we stream it every Thursday at 5 and then at 5.
Do we want to announce who's up next, or do you want to keep it a secret?
I can announce who's next.
Yeah, who's
well,
up next? Who's
Barb
going
and
up against
Gus will
Team Butts?
return. Team Butts come back to defend their title.
Team Push-Ups.
And they'll be going up against Ray and Ryan.
Holy shit, the
Oh
Arnold
my
connection?
God.
Arnold connection.
God damn.
We're
Yeah.
fucked.
You had a good run.
They'll run a train on you.
That one
For a lot of
game.
creepy shit that Ryan will say.
Yeah, I'm hoping for it.
Well, awesome. This was a lot of fun. Kids podcast. Woo!
Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. I love you.
We'll see you next time.
Kisses.